I don't normally do the headphones, but
I get all the stuff off my hat pretty good.
yeah, it looks clean.
Looks better.
Yeah, it's felt season, isn't it?
I wear one year round.
Yeah, just because you like to ride in it, or just all the time? Are we live? We're rolling. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, yeah. We had a couple of rocky starts on some of the Rory Lemmel Bucker presents.
Back.
What's up, Rory Lemmel? Wonder how Rory Lemmel is. Sioux Falls. Is this where they do everything out of Sioux Falls? Like the same, like, because they do a couple of rodeos there, huh?
In Mandan.
This is in Mandan?
No, I thought, is that what you're confused with? Because this is the only thing that I know of that they do in Sioux Falls. They have 2 rodeos in Rapid.
Oh, Rapid.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Rapid.
They have 2 rodeos in Rapid and 2 in Mandan now. The one on the 4th and the one they just had. And unfortunately, I've never been to this deal. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be another rodeo there.
What and Governor's Cup?
Yeah.
What started this? What prompted this?
I'm not real sure. I know Christy Nome, I think, had a partial play in bringing it.
Yeah.
I think there was always talks about having, because Puyallup was always the actual finale or whatever.
Right.
Which was cool. Like the last year they had it just as the finale was the year I won it. And then it changed to where they were like, well, we're going to leave it the same, but then we're going to have the Governor's Cup and have it like another level up from the tour finale. So now, or I guess it's still considered the tour finale. And then the Governor's Cup is the King All now, for what I understand.
And then what was the cup? We just watched it last weekend in Mandan. What cup was that?
That was,
what was that called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Something cup.
Yeah, because they gave a kind of the same, like they give the big trophy cup. Yeah.
But
Rough Rider Cup.
Rough Rider Cup.
Yeah.
There it is.
I don't know where that came from either, but.
Are they both attempts at like just giving guys one last final push on the bubble?
I think that's what they wanted to chalk it up to be. Yes. I think they wanted to think about recent years, like 5 years ago. The last weekend of the year was always like
Braunfels and Amarillo.
It's in Stephenville. I mean, before I started pro rodeo, and Stephenville on Sunday was always the last, when the last bull got bucked in Stephenville on Sunday, it was over.
Then it was over.
It was over, and it was 4,000 added or whatever.
Right.
And it was like the rankest. Pete Carr would bring all his good ones and load them up Sunday, and it was something to watch because you were probably going to find out who's going to make the NFR. Well, now it's all these other small rodeos, and then the big change up, which is obviously the Governor's Cup. And I mean, look at the toss ups now because you got all these new 10,000 plus added rodeos. You got 17,000 added San Bernardino. And then rodeos that have just sprung on, like I think Poway, California, is 10,000 added. So the guys, thank you, Lil Roy, appreciate you. I think it gives, even though obviously you'd rather be at the Governor's Cup, a guy that could be on the bubble to make the finals could easily be at the Governor's Cup. We're going to watch those situations go down right now, and they might think they're in the better spot. Well, they're only looking at 2 opportunities to hopefully get into that final 4 round to make the big money. Obviously, the rounds pay great, but all these other guys that are outside of it that didn't make it in are hitting all these other rodeos, basically giving themselves more opportunities to pick up all these little smaller checks. Yeah. And it makes it real interesting because you're watching both sides. Just because someone does okay here at the Governor's Cup, you have no idea what the 16th man in the world has been doing all week, hitting all these, sky miles, rodeoing his butt off. Right. Trying to make up all these little dollars to catch him.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Stephenville still this weekend?
Yep. Tomorrow. Last perf tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I guess Amarillo was like a week ago.
Yeah. Amarillo's a week ago. I mean, I think
Apache, Oklahoma, is that still a thing?
I hadn't seen Apache. I'm not sure if they stopped having that rodeo or what the deal was, but I believe like Pasadena just ended last night. this week alone, like I said, it's like a lot of California rodeos now. San Bernardino, which is a big game changer. I know RC, who's 16th in the world. You know, he didn't make the Governor's Cup. He's winning San Bernardino. It's going to pay easily $5,000-6,000 to win first. So that's but that's what placing second or third around here pays.
Yeah.
But like I said, it all depends. Whereas I know Jacob Lees, who's behind RC, you know, like he needs to make something happen tonight at the Governor's Cup, because that money that RC just won is just propelling him a little bit higher, you know, could win. But Jake's obviously got a chance at 10,000 a night. If he slips into that 4 round, now he's looking at going maybe all the way from wherever he's at, 18th, 19th to maybe top 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so many things are going to change tonight. And then I know Tilden, hopefully he does good here, but he's up in Stephenville tomorrow. I don't know how in the world he's going to make it work. But I know if I'm Tilden Hooper, I'm hoping all my cards are on the table for the Governor's Cup and that I go win a bunch of money tonight. But he's right there on the bubble now, too, with the big win in Mandan. Mm-hmm. So you know he's got some kind of flight lined up or all night something to get to Stephenville, Texas tomorrow at 2 p.m. to, even if that makes the difference of making $500 extra, he's going to do everything he can to close the deal.
I wonder, how far of a drive is it from Sioux Falls to Stephenville?
It's pretty far. I don't think you can make it. I say that. I drove from Rapid because the tour finale one year was in Rapid, and I drove from Rapid by myself and made the perf in Stephenville.
13 hours.
Yeah. So you can barely make it.
910 miles.
I pulled into Stephenville, Texas that year on no sleep by myself, drove it straight through, and got to the arena, I think, 1:30. Talk about caffeinated up.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And didn't even need to. Just had a really cool horse and was like, I'm going to get that
right
because they give the gun and everything in Stephenville. It's a cool deal.
Yeah.
So, last perf there tomorrow. I think now though, as far as I'm concerned, I think the very last event is going to be that last chance rodeo for the rough stock guys, at least at the Survey Ranch. They didn't have it last year, and I think they had it the previous 2 years. Because I believe they started that in COVID year. I don't know where it went or why they didn't have it, but should be right there before October 1st.
Dang.
And that's going to be the last little game changer.
Yeah, today's the 27th, so were you able to find the day sheets?
Yeah, I glanced over the bareback ride, and I'm not going to eat my words and say that it's drawn up a little bit uneven, but I definitely saw some that I'd want my name by, and some maybe not so much. Two Buck, I think, is going to be a little bit weak for this pin, but he's been good all summer.
Is this 2 Buck?
This 2 Buck Chuck. He's having a pretty good day. As long as he keeps kicking, Jess is going to set the mark pretty high. That was a pretty good trip, honestly.
Man, I heard somebody say, look at him tripping that flank. Get that off of me. I heard one guy say they thought Jess rode too correct. Like he's just not.
I think it's cost him a little bit of money here and there, but for him being as solid as he's been since he literally started pro rodeoing, the amount of money that he's won over time in average titles and just being consistent across the board, I guarantee it, he's not worried about it a bit because he does the same thing every single time. Just vintage form, never lets him have his chin.
He seems like very mechanical, and that's not that because that sounds bad, but like
I mean,
very fundamental,
very
with
fundamental
his thinking.
But it can easily cost him from messing. He won't ever mess up a hopper, but he won't exactly just absolutely turn loose the one either. Which, just like Shadbolt is just letting him roll right here on Twisted Tea. This is a really neat horse of the Powder River Rodeo Company. Always stays close, kicks lots of times in 8 seconds, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. I'm not sure how many he's going to be.
Did did they like get the smoke machine out for the intro? That sucker looks smoky.
I guarantee it. Yeah.
They blew some pyro out there.
This looks like the 10th round of the 1987 National Finals.
Right.
I'm going to say
everybody's
Shadbolt,
smoking Marlboros in the stands.
Oh, I was going to say, I couldn't tell if he spurred over out there, but are they not throwing scores up there? We don't know.
Man, they have been. I guess it's not coming up right now. Surely they will at the end. I wonder how many he was.
Yeah, him spurring over out there probably cost him. This is a cool little horse, been around a long time, called Wise General of Sankey Pro Rodeo.
Is this Jayco?
Yeah, and this is, I think Jayco, he's been a guy that's doing a little bit of the opposite. Like we talk about Jess, he's been really letting stuff hang out and overexposing himself. I'd like to see him do exactly what he's doing right now, which is beating that horse to the ground every jump. I know the last couple of times I've seen Jayco kind of get himself in a bind just doing too much.
Yeah.
And getting his feet out of him a little bit more than maybe he should. But when Jayco's dialed in and staying ahead of those horses, that's where he'll get those extra point or two that a guy like Jess might not get on a hopper. But like I said, over time, there's a reason why Jess has won 3 average titles. That was good. I'm going to say that's probably going to more than likely take the lead.
Can you turn it up just a little for us?
Just so we can hear these scores.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing the score on there.
Wise General did have a good day, too. And that horse is just solid like that every time, too.
Here he is.
I don't know much about this
Don't worry
horse.
about it.
I believe this is Wild Child of Matt Birch's. I think this can be a bucking little dude sometimes, and Tilden needs one right here.
This is it. This is his moment. Oh.
Get him going, Till.
There we go, baby.
Man, this looks really good. Yeah, great ride.
Horse got a little weak at the end, huh?
A little bit. I don't think they're going to probably pay attention to that as much, just being that she had a lot going on throughout that 8-second ride, kind of changing leads, staying real close. That's what is going to be the big difference maker, is how close she stayed to the buck and shoot. And Tilden really didn't hiccup there at all.
87. Dang.
Yeah, no, that he needed that. I know he placed at some rodeos. I mean, he's the 16th man right now, but he's only $1,000 in front of RC, who's 17th, and $1,000 behind Mason Clements, who's 15th. The 14th through 18th is so incredibly
Is
tight.
Mason at the Governor's Cup?
Mason's not. So
Dang.
so that's what I mean. Mason's, it's hard to keep track of. Because we don't know what he's done, and a lot of these rodeos aren't going to be over until tomorrow anyway. So like he's more than likely going to nod his head and thank you, San Bernardino tonight, and hope,
Man.
And here's a guy who's safe. This is another horse I don't really know, but Cade's not backing off a bit. He's got this thing picked up. That was a great ride too. Yeah, so far I'm eating my words. These horses have all been really, really good, really electric.
They gave us some 101 stats, but these are I didn't get the day sheets. I got these aren't day sheets.
Just the standings. Boy, someone's been doing their homework. Boy, Cade did a good job not letting off the gas right there. That horse right there was trying to get away from him those first 3 jumps. You could see him kind of kicking flat, covering some ground, and that's when like a big, strong guy like Cade can really pick that horse up with his feet. You watch her start throwing her head back and getting off the ground a little bit more, start coming back into his lap. That was a good job.
That's crazy how hard that a guy can rodeo now in late September.
To me, I think a guy's got to be fresh for September because there is so much money to be won.
Yeah.
And the game changes too, because you got all your guys that are safe that aren't as worried about it.
Right.
And then you got some of your guys are hurt, or some of your guys that don't think they're going to make it quit rodeoing. So it basically, I'm not saying it makes it easier, but if you're the guy that can be fresh in September and riding good, I mean, it's not unrealistic to win 50, 60, 70,000.
Isn't that wild? That's a lot of money.
Which can change your whole game. I mean, you can literally come from 25th in the world, and if you come swinging that last month, you end up upsetting a lot of people's NFR hopes.
Right.
Yeah, Jason was letting it all hang out right there, and that's what got him in a bind. He's been riding great, but when you go to zinging your feet past your handle like that and they step left or right, get you in trouble real fast.
I'm going to text the live. Tell them, come see us.
What is this, Instagram Live or how's it?
No, it's on YouTube Live.
YouTube Live?
Yeah.
So what, they can see us and what's going on.
Yeah, they're watching the rodeo with us.
Oh, nice.
Is this Let It Rock himself?
This is him. What's this horse he's got? Tequila Queen, I think. This horse right here was kind of on my pick of the litter. I think she's got a little bit more action to her than some of these in here. And
ooh. Dang.
Pretty nice trip. I think getting into the wall might cost him a little bit.
Yeah.
Did a good job finishing around the fence, though. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be enough to test Tilden's score, but I think he's going to be dang close.
Ooh. Who's that picking up?
I couldn't see who that was right there.
I wonder, is Bradley out tonight?
Should be.
Surely Bradley's there.
Yeah.
Man, that guy came out of nowhere, didn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, not in his eyes. He's been coming up slowly, but I mean, just as far as just.
Well, I tell you what Bradley did was he's been riding bareback. I'm a couple of years older than him, but he's been riding barebacks for just as long, if not longer than me. Riding like ponies and stuff. Here he is right here. Bradley had a few issues. That was last night's ride, I think. Bradley had some issues with like a few bad habits that he had. Was that tonight or last night?
They're acting like it's tonight.
That looked real similar to his ride last night. Boy, that was a good bareback ride. But going back to what I was saying, I think Bradley just developed a couple of bad habits.
What?
Just some stuff like we noticed, and me and him talked about this. Is why I don't have a problem really speaking about it. Obviously, he's corrected it and rides very perfect. He had like a weird deal with his free arm, and he would kind of get away from his hand, which I think maybe would have come from getting on those ponies that would kind of run off and stuff. And just to get away from it a little bit, like he would kind of get away from his hand and pull his free arm real close to his head. And he was doing that a little bit, getting on bigger horses. And but he adapted and changed quick. And I mean, there's a reason why he's, amongst the top in the world. And
when you're getting on a bareback horse, like during the ride, what are you doing with your free arm?
I tell kids I like to think about holding the pizza box.
Right, for sure.
So
Same thing
holding it where it's not too close to your body, but you're not holding it way away from your body. In a sense, you're 45'd out with your elbow, and then instead of just willy-nilly up here, when you decide to hold that pizza box, it actually kind of engages your shoulder and locks it in a good spot.
Isn't that Jacob Lee's?
That's Jacob Lee's, on Family Traditions. This horse come from Survey. This horse has been around a long time. Will O'Connell bought it this spring. It's been really good for him. I don't think that she's going to be enough in this pen, which, like I said, Jake really
probably
needs
knew
a
that
chance.
ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I'm not even sure that he got him marked out right there. Looked like something, maybe the neck. No, I couldn't tell if the neck rep grabbed him or.
They got him on both sides.
Yeah, they did. That is.
You don't see bareback riders miss their mark out much. Not near as much as in the Bronco.
Well, and these guys shouldn't. You know what I mean? They're here for a reason. They're amongst the top 15 in the world, and I mean that's the name of the game. And I mean Jacob knows he just made a mistake right there, and that's going to cost him big.
Yeah. Who's this?
Sam Peterson. Sam's been riding.
Did you see that video I posted the other day where I was interviewing him and Rocker at?
Yeah, I did.
14 years old.
I did see that.
That's
that was
wild.
Awesome. So I picked Sam up and traveled with him his rookie year 2 years ago, and he had all the stuff. He just didn't quite have the maturity, I think, that it takes to make the NFR. And he really turned it up a notch. And I thought this kid was going to go last year. I think he easily could have.
I thought you were about to say what my basketball coach told me.
What?
Son, you got the talent. You just ain't got it upstairs.
And he didn't. But now he's got it figured out now. He's going to make his first NFR and do some big things.
Who's this?
There's Wasey.
The multi-event cowboy. Yeah.
I think that's Stiletto. I could be wrong. Of Sankey's. This horse has been really cool. They've been winning a lot on this.
So these bubble standings they gave us must be up to date. I wonder. So
Yeah, this
Wasey's
looks
11th.
right. I checked it out this morning, and this looks pretty.
So Wasey's kind of already in there.
I want to say right now, for sure, Jake. Like I think that 131 that Jaco has at number 12. I think if he didn't win another dollar, I think he would be 15th.
Okay, gotcha. That's a lot of shakeup.
Yeah. I think that 130 mark is going to be the cut. I could be wrong, but put it this, like if I'm Wasey Shala at 136, number 11, I feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
Pretty confident.
Especially if he wins anything.
If I'm Waylon, I want another $5,000 for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Man, that's such a shootout.
No, and I mean, talk about some veterans too. I mean, Mason, Tilden, RC, Orrin. I mean, all those guys are, longtime vets to the national finals and all have been in this situation before, you know what I mean?
Dude, so tell me this. Why is, if there's fewer bareback riders, why is there more money won? Because I feel like there's a ton of bronc riders.
There is.
Why do these guys have more money won in the bronc riding in the top if there's fewer bareback riders? Because shouldn't that money be concentrated on fewer guys?
Well, you got to think about how many more sole extreme bronc events.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
There's several extreme bronc events, whereas for us, we have maybe 2.
Okay.
The rig and rally
is it as high as like 20 extreme broncs?
Give or take, yeah,
maybe.
And then think about how much the extreme bronc finals pays. You know what I mean? It's like it's like as big as Houston for just the bronc riders. You know what I mean?
But that's the only reason it would be the extreme broncs, probably.
No different than the bull riding. Like the bronc riding and the bareback riding used to be hand in hand, and then the bull riders with all their extreme events, they used to always have bukus and more money.
Yeah,
and then their back numbers would always be higher when we got to the finals because they base all the back numbers off money won. Well, they take away your extreme money for the back number deal. So like that's why as a kid I was always wondering like why do the bull riders have how do they do that? And I figured out it's because they actually have a lot less equal money.
Yeah,
it all levels out. But
right. Yeah. So what happened with your injury this year?
Really wouldn't even call it an injury. Just I've had some ongoing issues with my right hip for the last going on 3 years.
Yeah.
And I went up and saw a really good doctor in Nashville, Dr. Bird, who's pretty well recommended in the rodeo world. And he's done a lot of major league sports hip issues. Kind of the guy you want to go see when you might have a hip as bad as you might need a full hip replacement, but you can't do that to continue your sport. He'll kind of help you get around that. And yeah, I talked with him a little bit, and I actually talked about having it done after last year's NFR, like immediately after I was going to fly from Vegas to Nashville and have it done. For whatever reason, pushed it off a little longer, came back into this winter. I think I talk about all these different scenarios. I mean, I wasn't drawing good. I wasn't necessarily riding good either due to the injury. And I think more or less God was just telling me like, hey, you need to go ahead and get it done.
Fixed.
You probably should have done it after the finals. And for whatever reason, like I said, I didn't. And then come this April, we were expecting our firstborn son. And, I was getting busy with my business and had probably one of the weakest winter runs that I'd had just due to drawing, like just really bad. And I was like, I think I just need to fix this and take the rest of the year off and give myself 4 months. I'll come back beginning of 2026 season and just, start over.
What, man, tell me about what happened you were wearing the buckle at Houston last year. How did that go down? We talked about it earlier a little bit. You've told me that story, but
no, that was kind of a wild deal. So where do I start? Well, I guess everything kind of happened on that final day. I'd had a fairly decent winter, and I'd won Houston in 23 the year before. Either way, coming into that final day, Houston goes from a 10-man to a 4-man on the short round Sunday. I had a horse called Ain't No Angel of Cervies in that 10-man. And we have a little bit of a history with like kind of some issues in the buck and shoot and stuff. And everyone was kind of like bringing that back up, and I wasn't worried about it. And she's pretty defenseless, big hopper. So I'm not thinking about it. And I know I've got a chance to definitely make the 4-man. Well, either way, I'm about to crawl on her, and she decides to slip the neck rope and rear back and breaks my handle on my rigging. Or at least to the point where when she stood up and I pressed on it, I didn't trust it at all. There was a lot of play in it, and I was like, don't love this. Well, Keenan Hayes had just rode right before me, and I knew like our hands were probably similar size. We rode kind of the same similar rigging, so I just didn't even say nothing. I don't even know where he was, but I just trotted back there, and as they were taking his rigging off of his horse, I actually just grabbed his rigging, and I just ran my hand in it with my glove, and it felt like I knew I could ride it, like I was confident in it. So and by the way, if Keenan's watching this, I'm not blaming any of this on him, but Keenan's about half a foot shorter than I am, and he rides a little bit differently. Well, I didn't pay no attention to this, but Keenan looked like he'd been maybe riding the same, what we call a nut pad, which is just an impact gel pad that sits over our bolts in the back of our handle. For obvious reasons, and his looked like maybe he had been riding the same one his whole career. Like all the impact gel had been, impacted. It had been impacted, squeezed out, and it actually wasn't even sitting like over the back of his handle. It just kind of sat like where it was covering his bolts.
And it never crossed your mind.
Never. Like I'm in the heat of the moment. Like I just
you're riding at the 10-man,
and I'm making someone else take my rigging off and pull my rigging, and of course Binion Service freaking out. And it was a good thing he could go up the line and then come back to me. Well, it kind of worked out because he went and finished getting to the other guys, so I ended up being the last guy out. And sure enough, she goes out there and circles around the left, and I'm 88 and win the long round. And I get back to the locker room, and Caleb Bennett was like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, why do you have blood all over the front of your pants? And I was like, look down, and it spooked me because I thought I cut myself or something. Like I didn't have any pain. I was like, whoa, that's weird. Like, did that come from me or the horse? Something like what happened? And I pull down my pants and like obviously see it in not a good spot. Well, I go to use the bathroom and I just started peeing blood. Ooh. Well, I had torn my urethra somehow or another on the back of her. And I think due to like me riding the way I do, longer, laid back a little bit more, my stuff was up on his handle
without the nut pad.
And I don't ride anything like in my pants, so it cut my urethra. Well, then I had to get on in the 4-man, so I had like blood all over my pants. And I put my nut pad on his rigging, and I actually rode his rigging in the 4-man again, because mine was obviously ruined. And then won Houston and Keenan's rigging, and then had to go straight from winning Houston for the second time straight to the emergency room to get a bladder put in so I wouldn't.
What'd you get on the 4-man? What horse?
I had Agent Lynx.
And you were Calgary's. 90, huh?
I was like 91, yeah.
At what point did Keenan find out you were going to use his rigging in the 10-man?
Well, that's what's funny is whenever he'd come back behind the chutes, I had already pulled his rigging on this horse. And if you know Keenan, this sounds just like him, but it just went right over his head. And he just like didn't even know until after I rode. And then he found out. And then obviously I was like, hey, can I use it again in the 4-man? And he was like, yeah, but if you win this thing, you owe me, 20% or whatever. Just joking around. But sure enough, it worked out pretty good.
Oh, that's funny. It's not funny.
It was pretty funny at the time.
The Keenan part is funny, and using his rigging, he didn't even realize it. But the having to get on a second horse with a bloody.
Yeah, I had to just block that one out of my mind.
What was it painful?
It wasn't until afterwards, like because urethra is such a thin little tube, like it just caught me just right. You know what I mean? But then I had to have a catheter put in, and I had a catheter in for 6 weeks.
Whoa!
Or excuse me. I was gonna have to take 6 weeks off, and they told me to wear the catheter for 10 days. And that if that didn't heal with the catheter in, that I would actually have to have it surgically fixed. and my wedding was coming up. It was only like 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
So I was like praying that I wouldn't have to get married with a, bag of
With the
pee
freaking
taped to my
catheter in?
leg, you know what I mean? So those were the longest 10 days of my life for sure.
Dang. Yeah, those aren't comfortable either.
No, I don't advise it at all. But luckily, 10 days went by, it healed. I got to get married without it. And I took 6 weeks off. And then the first horse I drew back was Virgil. Like I told you, that I retired that glove on Virgil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that happened.
When'd you get on Virgil?
6 weeks to the day from Houston and Clovis, California.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it was my first one back.
That was your first one back?
Yes, I didn't get on anything. It was like a day before I was supposed to be released or whatever from the 6 week mark, I guess.
Yeah.
And I entered Clovis kind of for Virgil or out. And one of those deals where I kind of spoke it into existence a little bit. I was like, I'm not going unless I have Virgil. And sure enough, I never had him before. And I draw Virgil and Clovis and have to tie
After a
to him.
6 week break?
Yeah, it was a little nerve wracking.
Were you nervous?
A little bit, because I had a new rigging too. You know what I mean? I had to crack out a brand new rigging on him was the worst part for me. And then he had one of his kind of walking on his front end, battleship Barracuda trips. And I was tied to a runaway freight train.
What did it feel like? What pin did it feel like?
Definitely a Z-pin trip.
E-pin?
Yeah, he was changing leads, walking on his front end and going straight. And I mean, barrel kicking over his head.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't he feel better in the bronc riding? Isn't that what they say?
He looks like he does.
Yeah.
I think he likes something pulling on his head.
How do they decide which pin they're putting him in? Broncs or bears, I mean.
I think C5 is just trying to maybe possibly get him a halter in both.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I think.
Yeah.
And he's so nowadays he is pretty hit or miss. He's starting to get softer in his old age, but in the last 5 years, he's been in the E pin and the TV pin multiple times and there's 9 out of 10 times when whatever pin we take him in and buck him in first, we're like, oh, we should have put him in the E pin, or we'll buck him, but then we'll put him in the E pin, and then someone's 90 on him, and he's easily the best horse. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's tough. I were just talking about Virgil and not worried about the steer wrestling all.
Yeah,
Luke Branquino would be throwing a fit right now.
I had him on last week. We had a good time. Who's winning the steer wrestling?
Well, that's the hard
Was
part.
That Will?
I've been
Loomis
seeing a bunch of good runs, but I'm not hearing a whole lot of times.
Not right there, but.
And how crazy is this?
Yeah. I like to think Cowboy Channel. Do you feel like what is the impact that having all these rodeos on Cowboy Channel has had?
Oh, it's been a game changer. It's what needed to happen.
Do you feel like the awareness at each rodeo has gone up? What do you feel?
Everything that has kind of evolved into one, I think, what Casey Jones has done with the rodeo picks and the Cowboy Channel airing pretty much every rodeo. That's at least all the big ones for sure.
Right.
Which seems like they almost air every rodeo now, but it's changed the game for sponsors, for rodeo awareness. Everything really. I always thought kids should be at home. I remember how hard it was for me whenever I was a kid, unless I had old tapes and stuff or old recordings. It was such a difficult thing to find anything in it. I was all big into the PBR stuff whenever I was a kid because they would air.
That's what you could watch.
They'd air it on TV.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was all about that, and I always said, I think all these kids should be sitting in front of their TVs watching rodeo. It's
now they can.
It's definitely been a game changer, and now it's it's evolved into where it makes it look like a professional sport, which it is.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's out there now too. I was just remembering last week at the I can't remember who that steer wrestler was, but that steer, and Luke called it before the rodeo even started. He was like, the so-and-so steer is going to hook him afterwards. And sure enough, it was just on live television, he turns a steer over and then the steer jumps up and runs over him.
Right in the middle of him.
But,
That's funny.
Yeah, it's all out there. Buck offs, missed mark outs.
Middle fingers, cussing.
Yeah, Luke Branquino also left his cake there.
He left his cake?
Yeah, he left his cake here.
Here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So just for everybody, if you see Luke or anything, yeah, we've got like a bunch of cake.
Yeah, it was
here
his
at the warehouse.
birthday, and we announced that at the beginning. And so mid rodeo, my mom showed up
with a cake.
with a cake for him.
What
So
a
thanks,
special
Mom.
lady.
Yeah.
It's not your birthday, or
It should be. Where's his cake at?
I think we still have some left.
Well, let's eat his cake.
It's an ice cream cake. It's in there in the cabinet. So
You seen that boy? He's in the best shape of his life. He don't need none of that.
Luke.
Yeah, round is a shape.
Yeah.
Well, he used to be a lot round, which hard to talk bad about him. He was one of the baddest steer wrestlers ever lived, but
yeah, he is
Luke's
so
the
nice.
best.
Yeah. It's crazy how much crap he and I talk to each other, but he is so nice.
He's awesome.
Dang. So it doesn't look like Stetson made it back.
I was about to ask. We had our world standing sheets plucked here. What?
Well, I'm saying like I'm
Right, but the world standings, I had. That's one thing I lack on was knowing what was going on in the. Sure.
well, I'm just
In the steer
saying he
wrestling.
was going to make it. I mean, he's going to the NFR, top two. But as far as making it back in time for
Right.
Sioux Falls from his injury,
Yeah.
but
Hard to believe old Ty Erickson's down there at the bottom. You know,
oh yeah, and
he's 14th
on the bubble.
on the bubble, and
the
I mean it's
bubble.
tight too. And this, I mean, you got a $2,000 gap between 13th and 16th.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's all pretty crazy, right?
All the way
now.
to 18th is only $4,000.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, and they can win it all right now. That's what we in the biz call being on the bubble.
Yeah, not a fun place to be.
I've never been there. I'm always at the top.
Yes,
I'm always at the top.
makes life a lot
Unless I
easier.
take a year off like you did, which is what I did this year.
and that makes all the sense.
That's the
You're
only
just
reason why I'm not up
You're
there
just
with.
launching up to be a top contender next year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my rigging bag back from Spirit Airlines, which
Hey, good luck.
lost it.
Good luck.
One question.
Oh, yeah.
Dale picked one last rodeo that he could ever go to. What's it going to be?
If Dale picked one last rodeo that he could go to, what would it be? Dang, I don't know. I mean, Winnebago, probably. Yeah, just right here on the beaches. Yeah, win it again. Yeah, it's hard to nail down like a favorite.
So in a sense, like what rodeo would you retire at?
Yeah.
Last rodeo you can go to win. What's your...
Man, I feel like Pendleton would be a pretty good one to go out. Like
Yeah.
if you weren't going to go, which I don't like when people throw the NFR in there because that NFR is, I mean, yeah, it's a rodeo, but it's not a rodeo. It's NFR. It's the national finals of rodeo. So everyone's like, what's your favorite rodeo? The NFR. It's like, no, what's your favorite regular season rodeo? Pendleton, probably. I mean, that's the one I'd want to.
Yeah, that's a good question. What horse?
Oh man, that
They can't hear me.
if it's like this year,
They can't
that
hear me.
I said it.
right, yeah. If I had to do it, like if it was my last rodeo and I was in the short round, I was high call at Pendleton, Oregon. Out of the draw or out of the contractors that they take there, and out of that short round draw they had this year, that little lunatic heaven at Brookman's.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? I can't remember who it was now. Get backdoor. Did y'all watch the short round at Pendleton?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the little sorrow horse that my
Yep.
brother won Cheyenne on when
Yeah.
she come around there. I think it was Andy Gingrich, which she's been riding really good and had a little trouble, I guess, and got backdoored pretty hard. But
Yeah, I remember.
that's
Dude, that short round took forever.
that was a long one, which it usually does. Well, it's the fact that they're having to go a football length away to sometimes catch a horse.
Yeah, it was 4 hours because me and Donnie were leaving for our elk hunt.
Well, Well, through this tripping and stuff.
Well, if it was 4 hours, they still had 2 events left.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah.
It's a fun one, but it's a long one.
Here we go. Are we starting to...
It's team roping, so if you need to use the restroom or anything.
Are you responding in the
break.
chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got it back here. Yeah, so.
No, that's all right. I was just wondering. I was like, somebody is logged in. Because somebody said, where's Kevin? And then apparently I said, Kevin is busy ranching.
That seemed like
How do they know what Kevin's doing?
Yeah, if you respond to the chat right now, I'm logged into the Dale Brisby one.
But usually it's Dale.
Usually it's
yeah.
Dale, right?
Yeah.
He just happens. I just happen to be behind the computer right now.
Yeah. I'm okaying all your responses.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
If you ask a really good question, I will ask Dale or Leighton, and maybe they'll answer it on. But we'll just see if you got a good question.
The Governor's Cup. Man, can you imagine like being in the team roping in Sioux Falls and then being in the team roping and then having to make that run to Stephenville? Like that would be miserable, having to drag that trailer with horses and
Yeah, I'd assume it'd be a scenario where maybe you didn't, because I don't think you could go nonstop with horses. If you did, you'd have to have some like old Boone in there to make to make that long haul. You pull them out of the trailer 13 hours, they might not want to function.
Is it Sioux Falls or Rapid that has the airport?
Rapid,
I think that's Rapid.
yeah. Which I feel like Sioux Falls has a small one, but you probably. Yeah, Rapid. Yeah, I mean, really, the only two I know of in South Dakota would be Rapid and I guess Bismarck's North Dakota, but.
I believe that's called pantyhosing them, Cole.
That'd be a good shot right there.
We see that a lot at Radiator Ranch.
Who is this?
Looks like we got
Is that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Clay and Nikki.
Grow up. Please. Okay, that's better. I'm just kidding. A PB&J does sound pretty good. Do you do anything special to it? Syrup, honey, peanut butter, and jelly? Okay. Oh, so that's new. You're really confusing me. Why don't you write down how you make your PB&J and then just send it to me in an email and I'll read over it.
Leighton, what's your PB&J recipe? You do anything special to it or just regular sandwich?
Creatine.
Creatine.
Good
You
answer.
see those arms? He puts creatine in his. It's crazy how popular creatine's gotten lately, huh?
I know.
Is it lately? Is it just lately? I feel like creatine's been around for a little while.
It's been around for a while, but I feel like
but
no, it has been around.
Here's
But
the deal: that people
everybody's like,
finally got rid of the stigmatism that if you took creatine, you would just be full of water all the time and be like creatine
That's what I'm
doesn't make
saying.
you huge.
no, I've been taking creatine for a long time, but just like all of a sudden, all these fitness influencers are just out of nowhere. Well, one of my favorite you were not saying that 5 years ago. You were not saying creatine was your favorite 5 years ago because you would have gotten ridiculed.
I'll tell you what's going to need some creatine is this steer. That was a great shot. He was going down.
Yeah.
He snapped him up.
That seems like a pretty small arena. What's fast here? What are they saying?
I gotta be low fours, huh? Yeah, I can't hear any of this times.
They get us for copyrights if it's too loud, but we can maybe turn it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I want to say that they've been team roping. I mean, we've been kind of sleeping on it. This has been pretty good. Which, other than creatine, team rope.
Junior.
Some team ropings are like watching paint dry, but
Nagetta.
this one's not. Yeah, here we go. Here's the dream team right here. So I'm trying to pay attention to see who's on the chopping block here. I haven't really.
They said they had a no time last night, so
So you know they about to do something fast.
who is that's heading for him?
Caleb Jurgers. He's about to get it on this one quick.
Oh man,
Dunskies.
dang!
If he got out clean, that was
3-7.
dude. They've made that same run so many times though. It's like they make it look so easy.
Oh my gosh!
Junior,
I hope they
is a
play that
freak.
one more time. That head loop. I hope they play that head loop one more time.
Those guys are good.
Dang, they're not going to. Dang, that's what we in the biz call woofing it on one, Cole. Have you ever woofed it on one? No, you haven't. You're just a little puppy.
Not lately.
Those guys have been in that situation so many times. I mean, you can just count on them every time.
Yeah.
Junior. I mean, if anybody's as solid as catching 2 feet of anybody, that junior can do it.
He's on the rock and roll denim team, ain't he? Yep.
I think that healers are some of the more cowboy people in the arena, just for what they have to do with handling their horse, responding to, I don't know, and then handling their rope,
100%.
making that corner.
Well, just riding a good horse is what makes a lot of the difference. But yeah, these guys are so in tune in time, just to be in sync with everything going on. Like,
Yeah.
just to leave, to be in sync with your header, leaving the box, because they're not necessarily watching the rope go on. If they did, they're going to be late. So just to be in sync with like getting a good start.
6-2. But like if you think about it, like the header, he turns the steer. So he gets to decide how and
Right.
when. And then the healer is responding and they've got to the
Everything.
timing.
Well, think about it. They're on his time because even though there's no barrier, they can't jump out on that steer and push him hard left. They can't be behind either and let that steer go to the wall. Like I said, they're not necessarily watching the head rope go on because by the time it does, that steer's already bent. So they're literally in sync with their partner and that steer from the time the gate opens to the time they throw their rope. It's pretty cool.
So would you say that healers are better cowboys than headers? Is that what we're saying?
But now your header's got to set up the whole run, and he's the one that's got to score.
I think that a good healer has a better shot of not going hungry. Like I think there's some good headers out there that
Oh yeah,
are on the lookout, and I'm just saying there's more of them probably. There's probably more headers that can get one turn, and then the healers I think are a little harder. I just think it's a harder task.
yeah. I think as far as catching, yeah, the heading part is easier, easier than healing. Healing's
Yeah,
definitely
agreed.
harder catching game.
Agreed.
Just because you have to be such in time. I mean, not that you don't have to be in time when you're heading steers, but
It's just such a different shot.
then also to be at the caliber where like right there, he hooked him, missed his dally a little bit, and that was by all means the reason why that steer went down, right? Well, I mean, things happen all the time, but the way like Caleb made it look so easy, he gets it on that steer quick and just pups him around there and bends that steer's head where he's hopping big off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Junior's got a big open target, and those guys have such good chemistry together. He knows what the other guy's thinking before he even does it. You know what I mean?
I feel like a lot of these guys are running them just a little further.
Which that's where I'm going to mess up because I'd love to talk about the average here, but I'm not sure where these guys are coming in as far as what they did last night.
Yeah.
So like these guys being 4-2 in the first round, they're more than likely going to give themselves a state fed start and go run the steer down and knock him down.
Dale, if you were a team roper, what end are you going to be on?
Would you be a header or a healer, Dale?
Both.
Yeah, I could do them both. I'm going to just be on a team by myself.
Have you ever seen that done?
No, I'll be the first to do it also.
Ryan
Yeah.
Motes.
Who?
Ryan Motes
Oh, yeah?
has successfully headed and heeled a steer.
Oh, really?
I swear.
I believe it.
There was a video going around for a long time. See, he's just going to run him down, make a clean run. Oh, snubbed up a leg.
+5, baby.
That's going to cost him. I'm trying to think about how he did it, but I know he come out of the heel box with 2 ropes, kind of comes across there like a tripper, heads the steer, gets a dally, pinches it off with his left hand, and therefore has his inside rein where that horse is going to he's got his right foot and his outside rein.
Oh,
where
he's
that horse
actually
can go
done.
left. No,
Yeah.
this happened.
Yeah.
He gets him on a short line, ropes him quick, gets him on a short line, dallies, snubs him up, and his horse just kind of stays on his hind end and just pivots and gets this steer going in a tight circle.
Yeah.
And he picks up his spare rope and heels the steer and dallies and gets him tight with 2 ropes and 1 horse and 1
That's
guy.
wild.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a long time ago. It kind of shocks me. I remembered that, but pretty cool. Talk about
We're gonna find that video.
talk about doctoring one in the pasture by yourself. I mean, if you can do that, no need to trip one, I guess. If I'm heading, anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, what era are we going like right now? I'm thinking. I mean, how do you not pick Junior? But I mean, you could throw it back. I got my all time favorites like Corey Kuntz. Would be cool.
Yeah.
Feel for you, Clay O'Brien Cooper. If I could go out and enter a rodeo right now, I think I would enter it with Clay O'Brien Cooper. Probably, that'd be pretty cool.
How about them Aggies? Is A&M? Is A&M winning?
Oh boy, don't ask me. Imagine that.
Leighton, what's your ideal barn setup?
Barn setup?
Yeah, barn setup. If you had to draw a barn right now, it's an ongoing debate here at Rodeo Time.
I'll tell you, the first thing I'd do is call Triple W Metal Buildings, Kirby Berry, to come build you a metal building barn.
Who's that?
That'd be my dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, will you make sure the AC's on?
Yeah, we
Oh, that's fine. That's good. No, that'll be good.
he started out building pipe fence and went on to building, he's all just commercial metal buildings now, but he's built up most of the big cutting horse places around Parker County. Like he's done most of the barns
Yeah.
and arenas for. One of the neatest ones that he did was one for down there on the Brazos River in Silverado. It was called the Rose Valley Ranch. And it was a big double barn and arena where it had I think something crazy 24 horse stalls in the one, and then a big it rolled into the covered indoor arena, and there was there was an office and apartment set up in the front where he could have his one of his good hands living there. I always thought that was cool. It had all the big ass fans and all the lights, and you could literally stall 20 with runs too, 24 horses, and then go right in. And then I think in the middle it had a big nice Prefert walker, and it was the ultimate setup. So, which I don't know how many square feet that barn was, but
Oh, hey, we leave that open. We leave that open.
that's probably the one I'd want if I was a big time. If I had a need to stall 24 horses and ride them,
Dude, what an iconic bronc ride.
wasn't that cool? And sells it with blowing a stirrup and
Cool alley. This is Dan
Dan
Mortensen.
Mortensen.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, Billy.
So nice.
Yeah,
and
what a good cowboy. Just old school bronc riders, man.
old
Just
school
just cowboys.
bronc buster. I don't know that anybody. 51 go round wins.
It's pretty cool.
That's going to be hard to beat there.
Yep.
I wonder who's second.
Well, Cody Old broke it.
But I'm saying just in bronc riding. Yeah, I
don't know who's close.
I'm sure Trevor's close too. I meant just bronc riding.
I wonder. I'd have to look back on that because I think Cody might still hold the record for
Really?
most go. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
Trevor sounds like a good contender for that. But
Yeah.
boy, is it nowadays? which Zeke's got, a lot of years left in him, but I don't know. He's won a lot of go-rounds.
Dude, Zeke
He's won a lot of go-rounds.
Zeke just keeps showing up.
Yeah, he's never going to go away. He's going to be just like Billy and Dan and all them.
Yeah.
He'll make 20 NFRs,
Yeah.
He never ages, never changes.
I think Ryder is one of those guys that's going to do that.
Oh, 100%.
Like, just keep, I don't know.
Well, that is the cool part about riding Broncs is, you take care of yourself a little bit, you can dang sure do it for a long time. Okay, here we go. I guess this is in order. There's also a handful of horses on here that I'm not super familiar with. But it looks like it's just going to be like a super nice, more of a hopper pin than anything. Bruno, man, he's been after him as always this year.
Dude, Bruno, I was so impressed with these last couple of years. He is
I love
so
his style.
fun to watch.
Yeah, I love his style.
Dude, some of these horses are just hopping.
No, this is going to be just a hopper pin, I know.
Yeah.
The 3 or 4 in here that I do know are just super, super nice hoppers. We got... Yeah, Ben needs to get something done. And like talk about like the whole game-changing deal being in this or not. Like Lefty's 15th and he's having to go to other rodeos. Then you got Logan, who's 16th.
Yeah.
That's in it. Yeah, and I couldn't tell you what would be safe. I'd like to think you're going to need a little over 140,000 maybe, but it's got that big jump between Weston and Wyatt. But
who's this? Is this
Q?
Oh,
And he's 19th in the world. You know what I mean? Like he's a ways out of it, but
what is Cole Elsher in the top 20? I thought I saw him the other day. He may not be in the top 20. That's who. I had a little flashback. I thought I thought that's who that was.
Oh, he kind of side profile.
Yeah, side profile.
Yeah.
Dang, that looks like fun.
Well, and Q was not even in the question until he won Pendleton the other day, and then that really changed things for him. So
Yeah.
that's what got him into this deal
Oh, really?
for sure. Yeah, so
87 and a half.
so he needed that.
So I guess Tilden took the lead in the Bears.
Had to have, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was only 82 or 3 last night, but I would assume that would get him because it's a 2-head average to make the 4-man, I believe.
Yeah, so he's not going to Stephenville.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he doesn't have to hustle to make a 13-hour drive for that.
Well, you never know. All the money is going to be in the 4-man. It's going to have to go good for him there too. It's not over till it's over. I might show up there tomorrow and Tilden be pulling in before the bareback.
When's the 4-man?
Right after.
Oh, tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought their 4-man was tomorrow.
It shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they would have a 4-man.
Right,
yeah, it's just
the
4
rodeo
guys
be over
in
in
each
about
event.
40 minutes.
Yeah, that's silly. My bad.
No,
Of course,
Yeah,
the 4-man is tonight.
yeah, we're in it for the long
So he
haul.
can make it to Stephenville.
It'd be close. I'd
Yeah.
like to think he's just going to hopefully win this deal and not worry
Dad,
about it. Oh man,
Gummit. I had to open my mouth about Ryder.
yeah,
Get that rain, boys.
You don't see that happen very often. What did he do? Just blow a stirrup or sit
know.
on a foot? Well, he kind of got beat out of there a little bit.
Yeah,
I
he
think,
did.
I think it was kind of bucking. No, he just straight bucked him off.
I think it just bucked him down. Is that even Ryder or is that Statler?
It looked like Statler.
I guess we got day sheets.
Yeah, I think that is Statler.
Here we go, boys. Setterbrunk Gradden. No, it's saying Ryder. I don't think Statler's in it.
Oh, that's right.
Dadgummit.
No, that was Statler.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, there is Statler. Yeah, he was. I'm sorry.
yeah, that was Statler.
I got our stuff all mixed up.
Wellesley on the straight tequila. This is a cool little horse.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to go down to, who'd you say?
Brody Wells.
Brody Wells.
The Wyoming cowboy. Brody's another guy, man. Like, he rides with such authority. He gets those judges watching his feet. I think he's going to be a guy to show up to Vegas this year and really give a guy a lot of problems winning the world title.
Christy Brady wants to know if we've ever been to Carthage. Does Carthage still have, does Pete put on?
I think it's still high-low.
Yeah. Oh, is it high-low? Mm-hmm. I went to it whenever, I thought it was, I want to say it was a Scotty Lovelace rodeo.
Yeah, no, very well could have
Bareback riding. And I got on Utopia,
Oh, yeah.
which you can guess where he came from,
Yep.
in the bareback riding.
In the bareback riding.
Oh, boy. And I did get bucked off.
Yeah, because they moved that over into the Bronx many months ago.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Which I haven't seen that horse in a year or two, but I mean, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah. That was like 2008 or something like that. 9 maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw him buck that horse in the Bronx riding last year. So there you go. Never in the Bears.
Right.
What do we got? We going to Damo. This feather fluffer is really neat too.
Yeah, that's right. Damian Brennan.
And just been on fire all year. What's wild is like to see, it feels like you've not seen Damian not winning first or second all year long. Like that's all you've seen. And then for him to not be first or second in the world is just like kind of bamboozles you,
Right. That is so aggressive. Just the way he's just throwing his shoulders back and lifting.
Well, that's what Damian, I think, just does such a good job at, is really getting those judges not only watching him, but like making that horse look. I'm not saying that he's making that horse look harder, but that horse has been making that same trip for however many years. And like the way Damo just makes him look like he's bucking, like he's got more to him.
Oh, look at his shoulders his shoulder blades are touching the back of that horse.
That's what I mean. And he's making that horse look a point or two more than he probably is. And I think that's where the judges really like to award him for it, because he's not only doing everything correctly with his riding style, but just letting it all hang out, like trying to get he's showing the judges he wants an extra point or two by doing what he's doing with his upper body, to me.
Yeah, he also, it's so much easier to get your feet that much higher in the neck. Yeah. If you can get your shoulders back that far.
He's over exaggerating, yeah. No, all these guys are, I feel like, the numbers have always been there in the bronc riding, but, they just keep increasing in the bronc riding as far as talent goes. Like there's going to be 10 guys that don't make the NFR this year that very, very easily, just the change up of whatever, missing a rodeo or not drawing good at somewhere, like they could easily have all gone. What I mean? It could easily be changed and you wouldn't second guess it for a second. What I mean? There's 25 or 30 really, really salty bronc riders.
That was a good mark out. And that horse was not easy to mark out.
Here we go, Ben. Keep stacking this sucker up.
Got into his rein hand just a little bit.
Well, rightfully so. With the way that thing was throwing his head up in the air, I bet that was not easy.
This mark out is so impressive.
Well, and Ben being a longer guy, he obviously didn't give that horse a lot of rein, but to be longer already and then have a horse throwing his head back to you, trying to stay back, you know what I mean? That was a dogfight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one didn't really like the old rein too much, I don't think.
Let me see if it goes. Did he go in the throat? Can't really tell.
I can't tell. And then here's a guy that needs the money.
Here we go. Is this Logan? Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of Penthouse's.
Loogie.
Boy, I was a little bit off on my points. I would have had him winning Man Down the other day. I mean, not that Damian didn't make a great ride, but he stomped that gray horse in Mox's, and I thought he should have been every bit of 90 and didn't quite get it. I think he split second and third, which kept his hopes alive, obviously. But he's really needs to make some moves right here. I can't remember how many he was last night.
Did you watch it?
Briefly.
Yeah.
I kind of wasn't paying attention.
Oh, there we go. Free roll. Waive the mark out rule. The mark out is whenever that horse turns out, you've got to have your spurs up above the point of the shoulder. But when they stall like that, or if they mash you, you get a free roll and you don't have to. They waive the mark out rule essentially.
Which, what do you think on, like, what's your standpoint on that? Because, you know, there's some rodeos like the American who've taken that rule out just because of the stakes. Like, I think more or less maybe because the money is so high at that rodeo, they don't want to cost the guy $1 million
I guess that's what makes me
off
like
a whim.
It's pretty obvious if you ride for 8 seconds or don't. You know, like there's, I mean, like to me, that should be the mark out is just such an obscure thing.
That's, yeah.
You know, it does.
And
It
without
confuses
instant
the
replay,
audience.
it can go either way.
Number one, it confuses the audience, and then number two, like it doesn't give the horse that much of an advantage. Like for instance, a neck rope on a, you know, your what you call it, the the score in the timed event. Like you want to give an animal a little bit of a head start. Like this doesn't give the animal a head start.
Well,
and then sometimes like there's discrepancies. Like Jacobs that one year,
Right.
like the judge later even apologized to him.
Right.
It's just like, dude, you took away and Jacobs rode that horse. So Jacobs rode that horse. That's cool. Throwing that bronc rein back over his neck.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
That way that horse isn't dragging the rein between his legs. But like Jacobs rode the bucking horse. Like give him a score.
Right.
You know, like
No, I agree. And to say all that, you know, bareback or bronc rider, you're never not gonna mark one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're never gonna leave there in the guts. You know what I mean?
right. That's not the intention.
Yeah. Your mark out sets up your whole entire ride.
It builds your ride.
Yeah, you got to have it. So it's not like you take it out or guys going to start leaving there with their feet, you know, not in the net. Because I think a judge will deduct a point or half a point. You may make a good bareback ride, but I've seen some guys take away some points just because of like a weak toed up mark out. You know what I mean? And then maybe once you got going, the rest of the ride was great, but there was that one flaw leaving there that didn't look strong.
Yeah.
And then rightfully so, they're going to probably dock you a point for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's hard enough, man. It's hard enough because the crowd can't necessarily tell why someone wins in the rough stock event.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we've all seen it, like a bareback horse will rear up or a bronc and everybody thinks that person should win, but they end up getting a re-ride.
Right.
You know, like the crowd does not understand why this guy's ride is an 85.
Right.
And the next guy's ride is an 82.
To the unexperienced eye.
And so, like, for me, like, man, just all those little nuanced rules are just that much more confusing for the audience.
Well, and like, you know, you definitely hate to be the judge to either right or wrong. You see a guy miss his mark out and that rule's implied, even if it's at a rodeo like the American, like you feel like if that's what you saw and his foot dropped or whatever, like he didn't mark the horse out. You're supposed to get him for that, but you don't want to be the guy that think you saw something that was borderline, and just because it was borderline, your opinion weighed whichever direction.
Yeah.
Now you either took the money away from the guy that was fixing to win it, or put the money in his pocket, or took it all away. You know, so yeah, I'm not sure how long it'll still be in effect, but
Who's winning the bronc riding?
I think Q still is.
Who is?
Q. Which is, like I said, he's a sleeper right now. So,
Dude, this is such a stacked rodeo. Oh, that flank is wrapped around his bronc rein. Do you see that pickup man trying to get it off of there?
yeah, what a guy.
Oh, that's Brody. Or Wyatt
Wyatt.
Casper, I mean.
Yeah, and he's down there too. He needed to win some money.
Are we refreshing? Watch this flank. It came over right there.
Yeah, I
it
see
wraps
it
around
his
everything.
ring. Yeah,
He's trying to undo it right there.
That's such a bad feeling. Well, you get off on the pickup, man, and that thing's still coiled around you. I mean, you're seat belted in.
God, I can't remember that bull rider's name. Sean something. It was in, big Sean Hogg. Yep, you're right, Leroy. Was getting on one of those bulls, and the flank man had used like a horse flank type setup, cotton rope, but had the leather.
Right.
And he rides bulls right-handed, but then had his wedding ring on, and that flank wrapped around his finger and pulled his finger off.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, his hand is like this because the flank wrapped around,
Degloved his finger.
degloved that
And
finger
that
right there.
is why you wear these little pieces of rubber.
Yeah.
So I had speaking of that, literally, I think this was like yesterday or the day before, someone was telling me about someone who played Major League Sports did something. No, it was not Major League Sports. It was Jimmy Fallon, like the TV show guy. I guess at one point or another, he was in his house and he went to fall down and went to catch himself on a nightstand or something. Same deal, like caught his wedding band that was already like too tight on his finger. Like he couldn't get it off apparently. And he caught his ring on it and it degloved his whole finger. Took the skin off his whole finger. Yeah. So, I don't know about those, now, if you want a cool wedding band, you can holler at your boy over here sitting in the corner.
Yeah, Leroy.
He'll get you taken care of. But you can if
silver
you're going to do
work.
extreme athlete sports, just take it off.
Use the rubber one.
Use the rubber.
Or don't get married, Dylan says.
Either way,
Who was that? With the glasses?
that'd been Zach Dallas.
Zach Dallas.
Yeah, he's got some nasty feet. Yeah, he's got some nasty feet. That Zach kid does.
Like they stink real bad all the time.
I'm sure they've got to
known
with the freaking amount of whoop he puts on some of these horses. Oh yeah, turns his toes out. He's one of those, like, he probably has to change his boots out every now and then because he will just fold them over his stirrups and absolutely KO one.
Here's Ryder.
What's he? Satisfaction. You know this horse, Brookman's Satisfaction?
No, I don't.
It's been around for a while. It's really nice. This is definitely going to be a test for the...
Yeah, rodeo
lead
time
right here.
patch right there, baby.
Come on back.
I just really feel like Ryder's going to go down as one of the GOATs, I think. I don't know. I think
he's already probably made it there.
I feel like he's showed up, and I don't think he's going anywhere for a while.
Oh no, just like Zeke, these guys are gonna they're gonna have, like, in a sense, two careers. You'll see the next stage of bull riders and bareback riders and all this other stuff come around, and they'll still be
Two careers. That's a good way to put it.
They'll still
Like
be,
Tilden,
yes,
like how he's out there. Like,
yeah, they'll still be going. And in 10 years from now, you might not recognize anybody making the finals in the bareback riding, but one or two of the young guys, and these guys will be freaking...
yeah, and Tilden will probably still be there too in
more
10
than
years.
likely. Tilden will be doing this till he's 50.
He'll be 48 in 10 years and still...
No, sure would like to see it. This would be number 11, I believe, for him if he makes it.
He'll be the new Bruce Ford.
10?
Everybody that
Yeah, I guess you're right, huh?
Compares themselves to Bruce Ford went till he was 40, and like Tilden will be the new,
Will, I think, you never know. He might still be getting on.
or maybe 45. Bruce Ford was
I want to say Bruce was almost 50.
was he
I think he was like late. He might have been 50.
really?
Like, he did it for a long time.
Yeah,
But Will Lowe, who technically
hasn't retired yet.
I don't think Will's the one to put out a big notion that, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. Probably because he sometimes just decides to not ride for a couple months and then enter. But I mean, he's got to be 45
Yeah.
or give or take 44 to 46. And I mean, he was doing it last year. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's still going.
but then you got, even though he's that age, which is pretty incredible, you got to also think he's been riding bareback since he was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
So he's been doing it for like straight up 30 years. It's a lot of barebacks.
I love Will.
A lot of barebacks. Yeah, toughest guy on earth, man.
I got to have him. I mean, the Wolf Pack. I got to have them on the podcast.
All three of them?
Yeah, all three of them at the same time.
Oh, I haven't seen
Royce
that.
Ford wasn't here, but yeah, Wes, Will, and Tom.
Tom
and
Farland.
man, it was neat.
Have you done one with Tom by himself? You should.
Yeah, we talked about that.
You
but
should.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like a raw one. Because that guy's got some stories.
Oh yeah,
And there ain't too many more, maybe besides yourself, that are more cowboy than Tom McFarland.
agreed. Maybe besides yourself. Oh, this is a fun thing to do with the cam.
I was going to say, what do we got going on here?
They need to be playing the Lion King theme
I
music.
was going to say they're ruining it.
It's copyrighted.
Did we figure out, are you able to know who's actually coming back in like the 4-man? Well, Roy, do we have any more beverages? I hate to make you do that.
You know, you got to be paying attention on these
Thank you, sir.
these fan cams because there's no telling, it might out somebody.
Yeah, I guess that's the new.
Wouldn't that suck at a rodeo? Like you're.
Why would you bring your side piece to the rodeo though? You know,
Oh my gosh, what was that? A Coldplay concert?
I think so.
Yeah.
Was it?
Coldplay. Yep.
Get you every time.
I think they were CEOs or something.
He was the CEO.
yeah.
She was the HR.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, big. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
He since stepped down.
I'm sure she did too.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's got a couple $1 billion. But what's
Yeah.
funny is like you see these, and this is something that my wife brought up to me. There was a whole deal on. Thank you kindly, sir. What was it? Where it was showing like the guys, and it was showing their wives, and then the ones that they cheated on with, and you know, their wives would be like 10s. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
beautiful. And then like the person they cheated on with would be like the girl you see like in the drive-through at McDonald's or
Right.
something. You know what I mean? You're just like trying to make sense of it.
Still hardworking, you know. Like, let's give them some credit here. Yeah, maybe not the best morals, but you know, maybe they were trying.
But you're just like, what?
She was probably a 10 in
why?
high school.
Yeah, I mean, she did something right. She got a E CEO.
Either way. Now that was a different story. I thought, which, you know, whenever that deal came out, I didn't know anything about those people.
I think
but
she was. I think his wife is hot.
she was, no, that's what, and about 20 years younger than
Yeah.
the girl he was with. So each to their own.
Yeah. Well, my pastor told me once, he said that lust is not about sex. It's about wanting what you're not supposed to have,
Fair enough.
which would explain why, you know, like somebody might have a smoking hot wife and still like
Right.
lust, for instance, after.
Just because they feel like a bad boy.
Just that the example was a McDonald's drive-through, you know, being like the unattainable.
There
you
it
know,
is.
it's
Right.
Pretty wild.
I just want to see if I still got
I'm
it.
not supposed to have this,
Yeah.
and that's why I want
I would
it.
more think like somebody on a billboard, but whatever. You know,
You're also probably not supposed to have the McDonald's, so maybe that's
That's
why they're
true.
there. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not supposed to have either one of these.
Yeah. I'm already here.
I'm so bad.
These
I'm already doing my cheap meal. So
it's a cheap meal. So
I just left the gym. So
Oh, we figured it out. You're absolutely right. Like, it's
Yeah.
a cheap meal.
yeah, seed oils and
Seed oils and adultery.
Yeah.
They go together like
Both things I'm not supposed to have, and that's why I want them.
we figured it out. That's a breakthrough. That's a
And
breakthrough.
also, what you're not supposed to want to have, Coldplay. I mean, like,
right, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to a Coldplay concert.
You should already be ashamed. Like,
yeah,
seriously.
they went to McDonald's after that for sure.
Everybody else who was on that cam was also ashamed. He just happened to be the one, that was cheating on his wife.
But like, why in that area? You know what I mean? Like, why? How did that even happen? But
We'll go
Right.
somewhere low profile.
Yeah.
it's like you got billions of dollars and you're gonna risk getting caught at a Coldplay concert. Like, you could have just flown your private jet to the Bahamas and told your wife you're on vacation or something. I don't know.
That's how we would cheat. But,
Right,
we would never do
Use
that.
your brain.
Yeah. Oh,
We got a
man.
little tie down rope in here.
Junior, don't get over there. He's leaning over there. So he's saying, move over, click.
So we got Tom here, he's on the bubble last I checked. This guy's been doing it for a long time. For him to be in contention right now for his first NFR is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Like,
I wonder if the viewers at home are thinking like, these guys do not care about the timed events. They just want to get into the rest of it. We're just not. paying
no,
attention.
I care. We talk about, if you've watched this is our 6th live stream. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of calf ropers. I like healers, but like, also the calf roper has to do it all. He's got to ride his horse, got to rope the calf. He's got to get off of his horse, all in a timely manner.
Yeah. Also, a lot of
Flank,
variables.
tie down.
I still think that the time should stop when they get back on their horse.
Yeah,
That would make it a lot,
that's
at
a
home.
hot take.
That's a hot take, but
Yeah. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, as if they don't have to do enough.
you just speed walking though. Just speed,
Well, I mean, I
speed
can-
walking carefully back.
I can X that out for you, yeah, because that's what it would turn into. Everyone's going to be running back to their horses, and their horses are going to be running back towards the box and dragging this baby calf across the arena, and
Sounds exciting, right?
people are going to be like, yeah,
All I'm
we're going to
saying
veto
is
this rodeo.
it's
crap.
already the event where they have to do the most. Why would we add to that one? If anything,
yeah.
add to the team roping or something.
You got to
keep-
get back on your horse, grab your syringe, go back down there, doctor him.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you guys, we all know this is when you usually go to the bathroom, right? Keep people in the seats, give them a show.
A common time in the calf roping is like 23 seconds.
Right. Yeah, they're already doing way more than any event.
Well, and like talk about the markout rule. I mean, I don't think this is obviously implemented in the PRCA, but I think we're very short years away from the rule changing to the same way Calgary has it, where instead of having the calf stay tied for 6 seconds once they get on their horse, like
Yeah.
Calgary, it's when they get on their horse is whenever they can untie the calf.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be the next rule change for the calf roping, if I had to guess. Which doesn't seem like a big deal, but that has literally cost some guys some world titles. Just having that calf get up before 6 seconds.
Right.
Where are we at here?
Are you looking at the chat, Dale?
Yeah, I'm looking for questions.
Oh, gotcha.
Where's Riley at in this conversation? There's another guy that could easily be in all-around contention. Hell of a bulldogger.
For those of you just joining the live stream, we're almost to the bull riding.
Yeah, we're getting.
I know what you're thinking. We appreciate you watching. If you like the live stream, please leave us a comment. It always helps. It helps us engage with the audience. You can ask questions to Dale, whatever you want.
Right.
You want to know?
Here we go. Looks like my mom is.
Oh, Don Fry. I know. Sorry, Don Fry. UFC
I saw
fighter.
that Rocker took a picture with Don.
Yeah, Dawson ran into him at the airport. He's sending us Snapchats.
I got to meet him with Cowboy.
Don Fry.
Just as stoic as
Don
you'd
Fry.
What a
imagine.
badass.
Oh man.
Guys these days.
Pussies.
Back
Exactly. Yeah. Painting their fingernails and toenails.
back when the men really fought.
Find some concrete and chew on it.
That's exactly how he talked the entire time.
You're just staring at his mustache. That's where all
Oh, dude.
the wisdom comes from.
It's got to be right.
100%.
Yep.
If he shaved his mustache, his whole vocal cords would just completely rearrange.
I'd love to
Don
have
Fry.
him. I'd love to have him on the podcast.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
You have to work on that. Have you had Cowboy on, Cerrone?
Yeah, like 3 times.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
When we're not just hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Sorry, he comes here a lot. That was sarcasm.
Who's next on the pod list then? Who you got coming up?
I guess Tom McFarland, because you brought that up.
Yeah.
That'd be
You
pretty-
don't. You're not. You busy after this?
You busy?
We could run a pod, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who's coming up next.
Yeah, I know
There's some cow punchers that I sneak in. I call it the Texas Cow Puncher series.
those are good.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
So I sneak in some of those. I've got a couple buddies over west of here that I need to go interview. Is this Shad?
This is Shad Money Mayfield. Solid.
Yep. Super fast. He's tied for second. What did he say? 8 flat?
I think so. That's what's making it tough. Is like I said, I didn't go back and watch what happened last night. So today would obviously be a pretty good day to know what's going on in the average here. But
Riley Webb. Is Tough there? Tough's not there. Shane Hanchy. Shane has a crawfish business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. They'll set up at Teskey's sometimes.
yeah, no, he does well with it. Who doesn't like some good crawfish?
I college rodeoed with his wife.
Yeah,
And-
she's a good breakaway roper and barrel racer.
Dale, are you upset that Donnie said "I love you" to Dancy, but not you?
I did notice, and yes, it did weigh on me.
Just
I don't think I'm upset.
nope.
Simple answer. Man, this is such a good little horse right here. Just sets the go up every time, hangs a back leg.
Whose horse?
That he belongs to him.
Is that Riley?
No, that's Kincaid.
Oh. Dude, it's crazy what some of these rodeo horses can get done in the timed events.
They're important. And like not having to just own just one of them, but like you kind of need 2 or 3 of them now.
Golly, if anything happens.
Yeah, you kind of need 2 or 3 of them.
Here's a good question. Mostly for Leighton, maybe for Dale too. But what's the coolest thing you wanted a rodeo? Like Puyallup, they used to give a rifle out or anything. Do you ever win anything like that?
Dude, this
Yeah,
is the
guns
most
are
iconic.
cool.
Hold on. There it is.
I was gonna say this
Don
is
Fry.
this is the money video right here. Just going.
That freaking scene of him and that big Japanese man.
Just duking it out. Yeah, I don't know who the other guy was, but I love how the bell rings and they both just knew what they were going to do, and they were just right and left.
Who is?
The guy that Don Fry was fighting in that clip is paralyzed now, and him and Don Fry are like really good friends.
Oh, really?
Post
Really?
that fight, yeah.
Wow. Which that didn't obviously happen in that fight, though, right?
No.
No, not that fight.
Oh yeah, I got you. No, what's the coolest thing I've won at a rodeo? That's tough. Guns are always kind of the coolest usually.
What are?
Guns. I mean, hard to beat a gun. I mean, usually, not that I'd like.
Oh,
just
like things to win?
Yeah, like just like going to Stephenville. Like I look forward to it because even though it's a 22, like Bo Mayo sponsors a gun, so like just racking up guns to me is just cooler than buckles. But the coolest thing I probably won was I didn't even win the rodeo, but I won second at the Chase Hawks one year, and like they give a buckle for first, and they give a black powder, like it's obviously lasered, but it's engraved black powder pistol, like revolver. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know anything else other than it's black powder, but it's cool. It's like an old looking, like pull it out of your
That's
holster
awesome.
and gun someone down. That's probably the coolest thing I have if I had to think about it.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique gift.
Dale, same question.
On, I'd say the big buckle.
Yeah.
The whole
big
sport of
buckle's pretty
rodeo gave
sweet.
it to me. It's about as big as the top of a table.
Big as the Texas moon.
I'm not the biggest fan of spurs being given away. I'd much rather get a buckle than spurs.
I think if you're going to give spurs, it can't just be like your standard, like Montana Silversmith set of
Right.
spurs. Like if you're going to give spurs, it needs to be like,
Something you can use.
well, not even that. Like, I mean, yeah, that would be cool too. But like, you know, you go to Reno to win the silver spurs, you know, even though
Right.
those are Montana silver, they're like a whole different deal of spurs. You know what I mean? I think they got to have some kind of meaning rather than just like your typical trophy set of spurs. But like, I'll almost take anything over a buckle.
Really?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Unless like, because to me, it's like, not that buckles aren't cool. And every rodeo committee person that asks me like a question, like, you know, what can we do to make our rodeo better or change or do? And I'm like, if y'all don't already, I'm like, give some, even if you're a $5,000 added rodeo, find a way to pitch a little money into just giving any kind of trinket to the winner. Cause I'm like, we'll obviously spend the money, you know, that we make here, but a pocket knife, a bronze, anything like in 20 years from now, like we're never going to throw that away. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
We're always going to be able to look back and like, whether it's 5,000 or 50,000 added, it'd be like, oh yeah, that, you know, I won that knife at wherever Oregon rodeo.
Yeah, you're not going to forget it. That's for sure.
and it brings back, you know, you kind of forget that ride after a while, but if you got something to look at, you're like, yeah, I was 86 points on that gray horse, Brookman's or whatever. That's where that came from.
So what's the most meaningful one for you then?
Meaningful one.
Or even just one that you remember, you know?
Oh, that's tough. This is a hard one because it is a pair of Spurs, and it wasn't necessarily because I won anything, but at the Texas Circuit Finals, they give what do they call it? It's a sportsmanship award, but Preston Johnson started doing this years back, and it's called the Colt Bruce, like sportsmanship award, and Preston builds a pair of Spurs for that. And when you get to the Circuit Finals, the guys in the locker room kind of like conversate about who they think should get it, just the bareback riders. And then, so the year I won a couple rounds, won the Circuit Finals, won the average, and got the Colt Bruce Spurs. Like those Spurs alone were probably like my favorite thing I've ever got.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And they're actually kind of like some ranchy like type, you know, they're not like the shiny trophy Spurs either. They say like Colt Bruce something award on them. That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And like as cool as saddles are, like I'll tell them too, I'm like, if you're going to give a saddle, like that to me is something that I wish, if you're going to give a saddle, either give one that's pretty close to like a using saddle or just give like a certificate to have one made or something.
That's true.
There's
That'd be
nothing
neat.
worse than knowing that they spent $1,000 on this like cheap, rough out Sloan saddle that you're never going to ride. It's just going to take up space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying anything. I've ridden plenty of Sloan saddles. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but you might as well give me something that I can use rather than something that I'm going to have to like find out where to.
That's neat in
store
Pendleton
it, you know what
that
I mean?
in the bronc riding they give you a bronc saddle.
That is cool. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Like Helotus gives a sweet rough out all around saddle.
Do they?
Yes.
They used to give a trailer.
I know. And I went down the first year I entered 2 events was because I thought they still gave the trailer. And I did win the all around, and I thought I might have won a trailer. And they were like, no, we quit doing the trailer, but we give a saddle now. So in my head, I'm thinking, it's probably some, kind of cheaper made, just, saddle. But I'm like, still cool. Well, I go over there and look at it, and it is like I've never heard of this brand in San Antonio before, but it was the neatest. Like I put some strings and some rings and like punched it out, and it actually fits and rides a horse really good.
Dang.
Fully rough out, and all it says is all around champion.
Yeah.
And it has the Helotus Pro Rodeo symbol like on the back towards the cantle.
Yeah.
And then on the fenders, it literally just says all around champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
When Jacobs won the region in college rodeo, he got a rough out saddle, and anyways, he gave it to my dad to ride for a while, and so my dad rode it for 2 years, maybe 3, and then when he died, he had it on a horse. That wasn't the saddle he was riding when he died, but it was getting ready for the bronc riding. But anyhow, it was now it's broke in, and so it was cool to give back to Jacobs.
And there ain't
for
nothing
him.
that looks cooler than like a trophy saddle.
Yeah.
That rides a horse good. That after
Yeah.
you break it in, it looks older. You can use them for a long time. No, I think the college regions were all like cactuses. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were.
Like my buddy Salsa, Jake Finley.
Yep.
He's got he won the region in Oklahoma twice, and they give him 2 certificates, and he never used them and called up Cactus and actually was able to use like both of his certificates on one saddle.
Oh, nice.
So he got like an actual like sweet custom made Cactus Rancher saddle that has his region stuff on there, but it's actually like a normal,
Right.
$3,500 saddle or whatever. And he rides it and it fits everything,
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I got a few of those, like Cactus Ranchers. I love them.
Oh, they're the best. You can do anything in them.
Yeah, Jason Bottoms, pickup man
The
for
goat,
for Stace.
one of the goats.
His dad, Lynn Bottoms, passed away, and so I bought some raffle tickets for Jason's NFR saddle.
That's cool.
And I won it.
Really?
Yeah, and so we use it at the house to pick up on, and
I bet you had to take the stirrups up
yeah, a little
when you
bit,
got it.
a little bit.
That dude.
But I intend on giving it back to him one day. Same thing I did with.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm sure
But-
he'd like that. There ain't a better guy than old Bottoms.
Yeah, his dad had a little Ami rodeo company, not little, but had an Ami rodeo company, hat brand.
That was his.
Yeah, that was Lynn's. And
Okay, when I was amateur rodeoing, it had gone to, I forget.
Colton
Yeah.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Was started by-
yeah. Lynn started it.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to put on like all of our college rodeos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'd have been like the southern region or whatever.
Yep. Southern. What region were you in?
The Southwest.
Southwest.
Which I know it just changed again, but like I rodeoed for Weatherford the year I went. And
Yeah.
yeah, have you seen that? The way they've changed the regions now?
No.
So it's like there was a map of it, but it's like basically instead they left like all the West Texas colleges, like Tech now, they go to like half their rodeos are like in New Mexico and like
Dang.
it's all like branched out, whereas they kind of just cut a path, almost like a diagonal deal for the Southwest region. So they kind of actually play into a little bit of like what the Southern region was. Like they go down to like San Antonio and all that stuff, and like Alpine and like Lubbock, Alpine, Portales, like all those that were in the Southwest, those are all like, I can't remember what it's called now, but like, or that might be the Southwest region now. And then like the Midwestern region, I guess. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
But it's like a strip down the middle of Texas now.
Is what is the southern region the same?
I think it got divided a little bit where like they might even go towards like to more like Louisiana stuff or like more eastern.
Right.
Yeah, it's all changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we'd go to
so there's 3 now.
the furthest west we would go, I think, was Wharton, which is kind of south
Right,
and
and I think
west,
that's still
but
like southern.
everything else we would do would be, Huntsville, A&M,
Yep.
Nacogdoches, McNeese, Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's the same. Carthage. Now it's like I think some of the southern region down there, like San Antonio, all those towards the bottom, I think they ended up like in line with the new deal.
That'd be neat if you were, if you college rodeoed for 4 years, it'd be neat for it to change in the middle, and then you get to like meet a whole bunch of new people.
Deal, and go to like new rodeos.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I can tell you, I didn't look forward, which I college rodeoed 2 years, and I did not look forward to going to like Sweetwater.
Right.
And those were, I mean, we made them fun, but burning. We were like,
Odessa.
Oh, Odessa was not
out in the middle of nowhere.
Alpine was my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's the farthest one, but that was a fun college rodeo.
Really?
Fun college rodeo. Lubbock and Alpine were probably my favorites. For sure. I mean, Stephenville was hard to beat.
College rodeo is such a fun experience, and it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's so fun. You get to meet all the guys that you're gonna be rodeoing with professionally.
Right.
But
my favorite part about it is seeing the guys that like that are probably doing both. Like Brody Crest, for example, like all the years he was in college, he was like making the NFR.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But then some of the guys, like, I'm not saying that you wouldn't expect, but like Jacob Lee's like he college rodeoed for 3 or 4 years, and he, by all means, he wasn't terrible.
Right.
But like I didn't ever really catch an eye for just the way he rode in college that he would ever just like get as good as he is. You know what I mean? So for me, and like I can say I'm kind of the same deal. Like my freshman year, I'm sure no one thought I would ever make the national finals, but watching the guys that you never thought would make it or turn into something end up being like superstars or whatever. Yeah. And then remembering like struggling in college, which I was one of those kids too, but
yeah. And then there's some guys that you feel like are going, you just know, and then that might be all they
fall
do.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Seen our fair share of those. Yeah. I think college rodeo it's an experience everyone should.
I get a lot of guys in here though that are mid 20s starting out, 22, 23 even, and they kind of past the college rodeo phase, but there's still something to that AMI rodeoing.
No, there is, and it's gotten a lot better, I think, in recent years.
How do you feel about bareback riding numbers in general? 2.8. Golly, that's fast.
Yeah, Taylor just smoked one. The numbers have gotten a lot better. I mean, I think it was definitely still in a little bit of a dip when I started. Put it this way, I kind of talked about this like in the bronc riding scheme of things, but for like the bareback riding, I feel like the last maybe like say set back about 10 years ago, there was always like 2 or 3 or 4 guys that would make the national finals. Maybe they made it once or twice. But they just like, you could just tell, and maybe they'd have been battling and whatever was going on during that NFR, but you could just obviously see like they probably didn't belong there. And then sometimes they'd go back and make it and do better. But, there's a handful of guys that would just slip in, in that bubble race, make the NFR once and then never go back again. Whereas now, I guess to say that there was like 10 for sure guys that could really, really ride bareback horses. And then the rest were just kind of like hearsay. And then I feel like each year, Like, whereas, 5 years ago, it got to where there was maybe only one guy that borderline maybe deserved to go or not. Now it's like they're same deal in the bronc riding where, like I said, the 15th or the 16th through 25th guy, all those guys can really, really ride. And it's just, it just came down to drawing and luck and everything else, where now the bareback riding, same deal. I think there's 25 bareback riders that are salty as the next guy. You know what I mean? Obviously the cream rises to the top, but it's come a long ways. And now there's, at a regular 15,000 plus added rodeo where they're accepting 70 something entries in the bareback riding. Whereas when I started, there would only be like 44 entries or whatever. Now it's like damn near filling up to the top, if not going ahead and being a full on 70 bareback riders. Now 30 of them might just be donating, but like I said, there's 25 guys that can like dang sure put it on one just as good as the next. Yeah, it's come a long ways. And then like you talked about the Cowboy Channel, like I think these kids just getting to watch everything. And I mean, obviously people watching this can, make points about rocker or whatever. I mean, you look at the bareback riding, this is a good way to put it. My first NFR in 2020, me and Cole Reiner realized halfway through that besides Clayton Bigelow, we were 21. Besides Clayton Bigelow, who was 25 or 6, we were the only guys that were under the age of 30 in the bareback rider locker room. So every 13 or 12 out of the 15 guys there were 30. And they were, all like 31 or 2, most of them. But Tilden and Richie and Orrin and like Tim and all those guys, the wheel had like turned over. They were all 30 plus, and we were like the young kids. We thought we were the young kids. And then fast forward to like last year's NFR, me and Cole are like amongst the top 5 of the older guys. And everyone's like 19, 20, 21. And we're like, how did that 4 years went by, and we're like already like getting called veterans and like closer to the top of the age group. You know what I mean? Like that's how fast like the change happened. And now like you look at this world standings right now, hell, there's only 1 or 2 guys that are actually 30 that are going to make it, if any. You know what I mean? Like I was looking the other day, and if the standings would be solidified the way they were, me and Jess Pope were like a year apart. Jess was going to be like the oldest guy in the locker room.
Dang.
And I'm 26. I think he's 26 or 7.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah, now it'll be Tilden, hopefully.
Yeah, Tilden and RC, if they can get in, they'll definitely be the older.
How old is RC?
Probably the same age as Tilden.
Really?
Maybe a year or 2 younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Tilden's 34.
Yeah.
And RC would be like 32 or 3. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see.
Leighton, what do you do when you're not, riding bears? I know what I mean. Are you team roping and everything in your off time, or are you cowboying?
Got that business started.
Yeah, no, I normally would say like I do rope a little bit, not as much anymore. Was big on roping calves growing up, and team roping. I am actually entered. I'm doubled up tomorrow. I'm riding barebacks and team roping at the Pro Rodeo.
No kidding?
Stephenville, Texas. Yep, in Stephenville. They give a saddle for the all around now, so I wanted to kind of I've won it maybe not the last 2 years, but I won the bareback riding last year. Had I had another event, would have been able to win the all around. And then 2 years ago when I won it, same deal. So I was like, I need to just get another event in case that happens again. And I've got a really good horse tomorrow. So
is team roping, would that be your event if you didn't have bareback riding?
I'd probably rope calves, honestly. That's kind of what I poured a lot of effort into growing up. Team roping was always just something I kind of did for fun.
Right.
I roped calves like pretty, I don't know what the word would be, like avidly from the time I was like 12 or 13 all the way through college.
Right.
I was kind of like before the bareback riding, I wanted to be a world champion calf roper, I guess. But no, my free time right now just involves my family, which is also new. Got married last year, had our first baby this year, and then I have a roll-off dumpster business in Parker County, Reliable Roll-Off Solutions, and that's pretty much heating up all my free time. Since he touched on my hip deal that I had surgery June 4th and kind of just took a step back to work on my business. And so put it this way, when I'm not working and doing all that and messing with the family, I bow hunt a lot. So, and today is the first day of archery season in the state of Texas. So
You going, did you go any elk hunts?
no, I didn't. That's a funny story. Actually, I was wanting to go with my dad to Colorado, which he just got back from this hunt. I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't end up going because it didn't end up being as good. But I actually ran into an incident where, not that this was going to like make or break me, but I had a fair amount of money actually stolen from me, some cash that basically was not that was the money I was going to use to go hunting, but it was all about the amount it was going to take for me to go. And then when that happened, I was like,
Did you get mugged or something?
no, it's kind of a whole long story, but
Yeah.
slowly getting it back. But I kind of it was like right before I was going to go. And I was like, I can't, with me not rodeoing right now. And
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
always
wanna go.
thinking about my family. I'm like, not that this is going to like change anything, but I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to, or I feel like if I go, I'm going to be worried because I just lost like all this money
Right.
that I might not get back.
Do you,
so I didn't go, but
Do you go out to Steiner's anymore?
no, not really. No, I lived there me and Cole Reiner lived there for about a year and a half. Kind of right there in the beginning, like right before Rocker. I mean, I guess he'd have been like 16 at the time. So
Yeah.
he was like coming up on buying his permit and his card. And then me and Cole, technically, we moved in beginning of COVID, like right after San Antonio, and we started living there. So we kind of like did our whole COVID experience over there. And then that's the same year we made our first NFR, kind of back in the get-go. Yeah, still all good friends and everything, but life is a little different now, a little busy.
Yeah, I mean,
And we're all doing our own thing, but
for sure.
yeah, and they don't, obviously they were in a spree where they were bucking horses every week out there, and that's what kind of started the whole deal. Like I wanted to, me and Cole were going to travel together, and he wanted to get out of Wyoming is what he wanted to do, and I basically, when we got done with that summer, I pulled him down to Texas, and I was like, man, we need to find a place like where we can like, because we were good, but we weren't like where we needed to be yet,
Right.
I was like, I had been getting on at the Steiner's place down in Blanco. Me and Tilden would go down there some and get on. And when I heard they were going to move up to Weatherford, like I knew the ranch in Silverado that they were looking at, and I was like, and I knew they had apartments down there in the indoor arena. So I called Sid one day, and it kind of worked out because he was like, I was actually thinking about talking to. Like I know you and Cole are living together or whatever. And he's like, I'd like to have someone. What he wanted was a babysitter for Rocker, but in his words, it was, he wanted someone to kind of,
Mentor.
in a way. And like, he was like, yeah, y'all are bareback riders. Y'all are up and coming. Like, it'd be cool to have y'all here to like, as he's stepping up to get his permit and his card. And then y'all can obviously get on.
Yeah.
So I knew we eventually ended up building a gym there or whatever and had a full-fledged gym too. But our goal there was to just sleep in and work out and get on bareback horses, as often as we could.
Right.
And they had a bucking machine too. So it was just literally Sid called it the bareback shack or whatever is what we made our apartment into.
Yeah.
'Cause it was just nonstop spur board, working out, getting on bareback horses and having fun too, of course. But we really kind of cut our teeth there and like made ourselves step up because we were just, feeding off each other and getting on all the time. And so, yeah, definitely thankful for the hand they had in, beginning my career.
Right. Dang.
What's the name of your business? Just
It's Reliable Roll-Off Solutions there in Weatherford, Texas. You go to rollreliable.com, check out our website, call that number. If you have any dumpster rentals, we do commercial, residential, the whole deal, anything you might need.
Do you fill them up for people?
I will like we do offer like a demolition / junk removal service, but not so much like where if it's a scenario where you need like the inside of a house or trailer cleaned out, we don't really do that. But if it's like a excavator demo,
Yeah.
like I have an excavator that I'll go do like tear down like sheds and barns and trailer
You'll check
houses
the
and
focus
stuff,
on them. Yeah,
which has been good.
that's what it's almost the exact same thing that my cousin does in Lubbock, and he'll do the roll off dumpsters, but then also like just little type excavation type stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with that business, and like that's kind of what I've learned too, just getting into it, is it's something that I think now I've gotten the business where it's doing well enough where I can start acquiring at these assets, which who doesn't, find
for sure.
equipment useful, so whether I'm using it for my own purposes, or adding services to my business, like I said, just like the first week I bought that excavator, we had like 2 or 3 demos right away, just lined up.
Bam, bam.
And me being able to pair my dumpsters with the excavator and do those things, my quotes are a little more accurate. So
Right.
customers have been liking that.
Yeah,
But
that's a good point.
it's a very, I call it like a very non-sexy business, but it's one of those
Bro, that's what pays the
supply and demand
bills.
things. Everybody's got trash.
Dude,
care who you are,
this
so.
is a tight pattern for these barrel racers.
Yeah, these are some fast times. Is this what we're going to get into now? I'm pretty sure we missed the entire breakaway open, and now we're going to go and get into the barrel racing.
It's the fastest event in rodeo. It's easy to miss.
We might as well have just played over and under during the breakaway open.
I did have to go to the bathroom, but that's no offense to the breakaway ropers. That's just kind of when it hit me.
I'm a full supporter of the
But this
breakaway.
pattern though, like this is tiny. Look at this little bitty arena.
This is like pretty close to, I don't know what the dimensions are of the arena, but I mean,
I like the aerial cam that they got on that third barrel.
gotta have that.
1435.
Yeah, so it's a NFR style pattern, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Halen. And if I know you got to drive, so any time you need to skedaddle, that's
Well, I'd sure like to watch this 4-man in the bareback riding at least.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I might not make it through the whole entire rodeo, but
Yeah, no, I get you. I understand that.
It's not too far for me. About an hour.
Well, it's even less for me, so I guess.
No, I do love, like I looked for a lot of land. If this wasn't just as far as it is from the damn airport,
Yeah.
I'd love to live out here.
Yeah. It's an hour 50. Here we go. Is that sister?
That'd be the one.
Winnebago's got a great school district.
Do
Awesome
it, lady.
practice pen.
Lots of learning.
Do it, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
that
got
was fast,
it's about an hour 50 to the airport.
which isn't terrible. Damn, she smoked one. Totally doable. Obviously,
But if you're going that often,
right,
yeah.
well, that's kind of why I ended up, which I've grown up around the area that I live, but I live in Poolville, and sure, I'm actually gonna have to take a barrel race pee break. So
Just go through this door and the next door straight across is the bathroom. And it's time for some rodeo time commercials.
Check out rodeotime.com.
Check out rodeotime.com. We do have a lot of new styles popping up. Yeah, so rodeotime.com. Yeah. Plenty of new styles.
Lots of new videos coming out.
You ain't no cowboy either. All right.
See what
one
we
of my favorite t-shirts.
see what we did there?
Added the old either at the end.
It's a new thing.
Yeah, we've got 3 podcasts, 2 vlogs per week coming out on the channel. If you guys are watching this on live, then obviously you're probably subscribed. So these
Tell your
people-
friends.
Yeah, definitely. Phone a friend. Let them know.
If you're at the rodeo, also pull it up. Add to it. It's an immersive experience. We do read the
good idea.
comments. We're on here the whole time. There's really no reason not to watch your favorite rodeos without your favorite bull rider, if you really think about it. So, yeah, like we're going to keep doing these as long as you guys are watching.
Are we?
We've got one more scheduled, right?
No, this is the last one.
This is the last one. Never mind. Check that.
We may do something for the NFR, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's not a lot of rodeos. I mean, there's quite a bit in October, kicking off the new season, but nothing in November. It's like, I think is it Baker, California or something like that? There's like one out in California in November.
Yeah,
But
I can't remember what that one's called. It's
and then October is just like Belleville.
it's just
and
Texas Circuit rodeos.
Rosenberg, and a few like county fair.
Yeah, Hempstead,
Texas,
Rosenberg.
Hempstead.
Man, they did put in those 2 new 10,000 added rodeos down in like Texas City. They put on last year, and I was talking to Tom with Frontier when I was in Pasadena, and he said that the fellow that kind of helped make sure those happened, I guess, passed away.
Ooh.
So they're not going to have them now.
Dang.
Because I was, planning on entering them, 10,000 added back-to-back weekend rodeos in South Texas, Frontier. And then, I guess they're not going to happen now. Dang. So now November really doesn't have much of anything. So
If that wasn't Fallon, that looked like a Flomy. Was it? Is Fallon entered? I know she was kind of going this year.
Yeah,
I don't know if
think
she
so.
made it. No, that's not Fallon. I don't know who that is. Wearing the.
hard to commentate the barrel racing. We need like a Janie Johnson in here for this.
Yeah, I guess I could get my ex-girlfriend Katie Kaufman to come in.
I was gonna ask, I know that looked a little bit like you and Katie up there.
No, that's my current girlfriend. She goes to a different school. You don't know her.
Yeah.
Super real, though.
Yeah, she's super real, super hot. You just don't know her.
She seems nice.
Yeah. Got a good grip. I mean, her and I managed to ride Bushwhacker there.
I was
So-
gonna ask.
It's a real photo. Yeah.
That's him. It actually happened. Actually happened. Yeah, Shrub Grubber. It's Bushwhacker's older and ranker brother, Shrub Grubber.
Rode both of them that day, but this was the only photo we had.
Yeah. Shrub Grubber, that was a good. We JB got a Sailborn bull out of South Texas that we had here for a while, and we called him Shrub Grubber. I thought that was a pretty,
That's a pretty good.
because he did look like Bushwhacker, but
Leighton, did you ever get on bulls?
I can't say that I really got on bulls, but I mean, I did do the whole. I mean, I rode my fair share of calves, steers, junior bulls, all that stuff when I was a kid. Like I said, I was a big fan of the PBR. Growing up, I definitely wanted to be a bull rider just like any other kid, but got on some big bulls that ate my lunch as a kid, and I guess you know the story from there. I didn't want to do it anymore.
yeah. No, I get that.
Bulls are scary, man.
They can get that way. I don't know. That's how a lot of bull riders though are terrified of the bareback riding.
Right. I guess it's all, like you said, pick your poison, each to your own. Like I think about it now, like getting on, like sure enough, tying myself to one now, like a bull. And I'm like, I don't think I'd be like terrified or anything. I think I would have the confidence that I could probably do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like the difference in that, like, whereas like, they can't even comprehend running their hand like in a bareback. Like that's when it gets them, when they put the rig in between their legs and they run their hand and they're like, nah.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, but you're tied to like I know it doesn't seem like a safe animal, but like you want to be, you'd rather be in there than not in there. And I'm like, I think about heating my bull rope up and having something that keeps trying to hit me with his bats while I'm sitting on his back,
Yeah.
pulling that sticky hot thing in my hand. And I'm like, that to me just seems like so much worse.
Right.
To me. I don't know. These horses aren't necessarily trying to eat you after.
And then bronc riding is just the hardest to learn, I think.
Yeah, if you can pick that up, which, like I said, I don't know who told me to do this or brought it up to me, but I always had it in my mind, like in high school, that I was just going to try every event just to like make sure, I guess, or find out. Like, I guess I knew which ones that I was going to pursue, but I was like, what if I actually like really enjoyed the bronc riding or the steer wrestling? And I was like, I think I owe it to myself to try it all. And I was like real fascinated with Trevor and Ty Murray, like all the great all around guys. Like I was like, and like Phil Lyon was one of my favorites because he was like a guy that roped calves, rode bulls, you know. So at one point, you know, like my junior and senior year of high school, I rode at the high school rodeo. I rode barebacks, broncs, steer wrestled, team roped, roped calves. Yeah, pretty much everything but the bull riding.
Yeah.
I didn't quite step into that, but the bronc riding is a difficult sport to learn.
Yeah. To me, that I don't know, bareback riding, it seems like, you know, you get your hand in there, you've got some second and third chances, like
right, you can make a mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
And not really the case in the bronc riding or the bull riding.
No, and I think that's the first thing I noticed in the bronc riding that I didn't love. Was like I could be like actually starting, like my markouts were like from the get-go, you know, just from riding barebacks, which I wasn't like a good bareback rider yet either, but I had been on at least 75 to 100 barebacks before I ever got on a bronc. So I had a feel for it, you know. I'd ridden the bucking machine. I'd done all that. And I did go into it thinking that it was, not that it was going to be easy, but I was like, surely I'll figure this out pretty quick, being that I already kind of know the deal. And my markouts were probably what were hurting me, because I would reach up there and like get a hold and like bury my feet on my markouts. Then if I had one take a scoot and go ahead and break, my feet didn't want to come.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you could probably know the rest after that. But that's one thing that was so frustrating learning the saddle bronc riding, was like actually starting to spur one, get tapped. You're finally figuring out a little timing. You're finally not pulling on your rein, you know, like you got a little bit of control going on. And then the second you don't do something correctly, you know, you stub a toe, you sit on a stirrup, whatever. And it was like, you had to look for a way out because you were going down.
Yeah.
And usually right on your shoulder.
Dude. Yeah, learning saddle bronc with them horses that just cover a lot of ground is so rough. Like going to a rodeo school and watching these kids.
Oh, it's painful.
Oh.
Well, and then I kept just getting, you know, just frapped on my shoulder every time, and just waking up tasting colors, you know, and I just didn't like that. Whereas, yeah, I could spur over or get a little bit behind in a rigging and be able to like muscle my way back into position and scratch back for hopefully a good finish. But
Yeah.
the bronc riding was a tough one.
Here we go. We got the bull riding. Should
Yep.
be starting now.
The main event.
I saw
Well,
Kai John sitting over his bull.
Yeah, I guess he's first, huh? He won the round last night. I do know that.
Yeah, I saw that all over the Instagram.
So did you do your rodeo picks?
No, I didn't.
No. Who do you?
Man, I just don't even know what everybody's got drawn, but
Yeah, but does it really matter?
yeah,
I mean, we
not
know-
for some of these guys. Not
I
for-
mean, yeah, but I mean, that's what's hard to do is, I mean, I watch a lot of rodeo, but besides a handful of bulls that I just know are rider friendly every time, it's just hard to say.
yeah. Okay, here we go, boys. How old is Wasey? Shala?
I think he's 20,
Is he?
young, and really good. Very, very good.
Austin.
Hoo-ha.
Ooh, Chuck Swisher's out there. And Tuck.
Okay, as a matter of fact, I do know this bull Kai's got is really good.
Good for you. I haven't seen Swish in a minute.
I didn't even know he was fighting bulls, to be real honest.
Swisher?
Yeah, I haven't seen him anywhere this year.
Yeah. He's so bald.
Not this year. Yeah. No, I haven't seen him anywhere.
He's so bald.
Well, I thought he's been doing something else.
He's been doing his beef deal.
Yeah. Swisher beef.
Swisher Beef Co.
Yeah, this sneaky situation is I think that was the bull that someone won first or second on in Mandan. Pretty sure.
All right, we're gonna start off with a bang. The one and only Kai John Hamilton.
Let me hear your pick right here.
Man, I think Kai rides him. Like he's got momentum. I don't know the bull. So
I do know this. This is about the only one I know.
what is it? What's it?
Sneaky situation.
Yeah.
Dakota's. It's going to be really hard for me to bet against him, but I know that Scott Wells and that Hokey Pokey is going to be good. Jesse Petrie on Firewater. I mean, Jesse's been riding everything, so.
Here we go, Kai. Sancta PBR. Hurry up and nod. Here we go, boys. Get him right. Get him right. Get off his head. Y'all get off his head.
Stay back.
It's dangerous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No. Yep. Ooh. He made a big move to get back over there when that bull changed directions. Good for him.
Yeah, he's about to be a lot of points.
Watch this bull change directions. Every bull rider in the PRCA gets bucked off when this bull does this.
All
Yeah. I'm going to go 9-0.
Except for Kai.
Yeah. 87.5. Right here. Watch the bull stop right there and then go back, and he just freaking finishes his ride. They could have marked him 90. They could have marked him 91. Like that would have been acceptable, you know?
I've seen lesser 90s for sure.
Nobody would have been angry if that was a 90 point ride.
Nobody would have said he got loaded if they'd have marked
And
him
it's
90.
the Governor's Cup. I mean, he's first out, but I mean, come on.
Hambone back there does not look all that impressed. I mean, you could smile at least. Josh Hambone Hilton.
T Hutch, he's ready.
Here we go, boys.
This guy is good at staying on bulls. Sit
Got
up there.
stretched out a little. Oh, he got stretched out just a little bit, and then that bull changed directions.
That was a dirty little booger there. There's not much else he could have done.
Right
He was
before
fighting.
Yeah, right there before he changed directions.
Just got his hips.
I think he might have slapped him too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he hit the eject button.
I don't know that they saw that, but well, I've always thought that was. I've seen some guys like be standing in the wrong spot on the out gate, and then bulls kind of do that deal where they hip themselves like on the out gate. Could you imagine being on the other end of that?
Oof. I took some bulls to Billy Bob's last night.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to remember. One of them hipped themselves real bad, but
just like some younger ones, or just
no, just I got 6 practice bulls, and I only got, well, now I got 2 bull riders, but just every now and then I'll message CK and he'll let me take them up there, get some
they're
mouse
just good
on
to
'em.
get on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they're all just practice bulls.
right, just
but
nice. Yeah,
It's just fun to go up there. We'll film it and everything. Who's this?
this would be Bryce.
Bryce Jensen
Yeah,
on
he's
Sullivan.
a Texas guy. I'm not super familiar with Bryce, but
Man, they are riding them tonight, aren't they? Well, I guess Tristan did buck off, but got
Yeah.
really close.
well, these guys are showing up. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm gonna say 85.5.
Yeah, baby.
I don't think he's very old. He's a young guy.
It's a good haircut he's got.
Yeah, it is. And a quarter.
Good call.
Come on back. I didn't know we were doing the quarters here. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's a little tedious.
Like they do that in Canada, and I'm like, yeah, where do you come up with a quarter? A half I get, which I think if I'm a judge, like I'm not sure what I'm looking for like to be like,
Is it that are they using all 4 judges and then taking an average?
They must be.
Maybe. Who is this? Trevor Reist. No, this is Quinn.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is Quinn. If they're going in order.
No, this is Quinn. What a bull riding little sucker he is too, man.
Yeah, I've only met him one time, but
82. I think if he makes the whistle, I think you get 82
Rattle that
points
slide.
for just nodding.
rattle that slide. Move that camera. Here we go, boys. Away from his hand.
He beat him
and
out
he
of there
did not
bad.
like it.
He was on the old pockets when that thing left there. He kind of beat him out of there.
Which wolf? I think they got tucked down.
Nah, not Tuck.
Look at him. Tuck, did you just fall down out there? What happened? What happened?
Left that leg out there just a little long.
You know, he's not as old as he looks. He's like,
He looks old.
right?
Who?
Tuck.
Oh, you think he does?
If he takes his hat off,
Yeah, I know lots of young guys that go that bald.
Yeah, you don't have much hair. I always thought this would be pretty comfortable, actually.
this is Trevor Reist, huh?
Yeah. Like,
Flipping your hand over
I'm
backwards.
surprised more guys don't do that.
Yeah, it's not a lot. You do not see that often.
Which he does it for a reason, but there's one more.
What happened to him? Why does he do it?
Like wrist issues.
Yeah, just
like pretty cool that you can,
be effective.
right. Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Dang, it makes me want to try it.
I just think you do a lot of pushing and lifting in the bull ride. And I feel like to me, your hand facing forward would just give you that much more, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot easier to push like this than it would be to have your hand the other way, you know what I mean? And push this way.
Right.
To me,
He's making it work.
well, this is going to be
Dang.
nasty if his
Oh.
hand stays in there.
Dadgummit, he did lose it.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about it.
Which that he just got flat bucked off. That thing was getting it on.
It didn't look like it was really bothering him, and then he does. It does pop. He gets on
he
the
got
end
off
of
his
it.
rope a little bit right there, and his hand come out. Good job not landing right on his neck either. You see that little athletic little handstand he did?
Yep.
Yeah, that was fixing to be rank. Okay. Clayton Sellers needs to make some money. Claybo.
Where is he at?
He's like 20th. He needs to ride this bull.
He rides so correct too.
No, he's got that old school. I love, this is something that I've often wondered. But I'm not saying that these bulls are making it in the slightest any easier on these guys to stay on them because holy smokes, it's hard. But whatever happened to guys cranking their toes out riding bulls? You know what I mean? Clayton does that. And
Yeah, he does.
I think it looks so, I would, if I'm a judge, if a guy's got his toes turned out and he's not even necessarily spurring one, but just like Clayton does, like vintage upper body form, toes turned out, like hanging them off in there. I think that just looks so much better than
For sure.
than these guys that are. I'm not knocking them. Like some of them obviously are, rarely get thrown off, but they've got these spurs that are just damn near 45'd off their heels, and they're like, they don't dare turn a toe out.
Right.
It's all in their knees and hips.
Yeah. It does look so good.
Like when Clayton, right here, when this bull comes around, watch Clayton, he'll freaking crank his toes out and spur this thing.
It looks so good when a guy can just turn his toe out and up.
Yeah.
And just reach
to me,
down and
it just
grab a
looks like
hold.
you got a hold of him, like you're in control. You know what I mean? Damn, he needed that. I don't know if he stayed on yesterday or not. Be 88, 87. Let's go.
I think that still got Kai in the lead by half a point, but
Was he at a half?
yeah, 87 and a half. That's what they called out at least.
Well, did Clayton stay on last night?
I don't know.
That's gonna drive me nuts. Which, I mean, last year I think they brought guys back on one. I think.
You need an extension cord, Cole? That's usually all my computer takes too. It's just one. Just one charging cord.
Just the one, Dale. No.
I wasn't asking if you needed multiple. I was asking if you needed an extension cord. Oh, the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
don't have a lick of service in here.
There you go. Yeah, baby.
They're riding a bunch of bulls. That's awesome.
Yeah. Is this Scott Wells? Who is that?
Yes, should be.
Let's see the replay. Oh, this is the one you were talking about.
Yep.
The bull you were talking about.
And 3/4 to the lead.
First, second, and third are all within 3/4 of a point from each other. Hambone, you're sitting over there. You're not even smiling. Come on, what does it take to impress you, guy?
He's probably had a long rodeo season
You've
too.
got a front row seat. The best bull riders in the world, minus Dale Brisby.
We're enjoying the rodeo without music. Just goes to show you like how unnecessary Hambone's job is.
Oh my gosh,
Like, have you
that
ever
is
thought about
such a
that?
good point. I
You know
have
what I mean?
not.
Right. Like, I feel like we don't talk about it enough.
That he's overpaid.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Right. I don't think it's that hard. Like, oh, you just got to plug your phone in for the rodeo? Like, thanks, Hambone. Get a buckle at the NFR. Give me a break.
Anybody could do it.
Don't call yourself a world champ in front of me.
I'm
Cole
fire.
said that.
I'm fire on that
Hambone,
ox too.
Not me. Oh.
Man.
Yeah, that's really fun. That's a good bull ride. I don't think he's going to be 87.
That being
Yes,
said,
I
Hambone
right
is a
there.
good DJ name.
84. It really is. DJ Hambone.
You know what? Now that I think about it, give him the buckle.
He's second, the greatest DJ name I ever heard. was-
Marshmallow.
No, DJ Bone Daddy in Great Falls, Montana.
Well,
there's
Hambone is
stacking
pretty
in
close
there.
to Bone Daddy.
DJ Bone. Well, they were just launched them all in there at 87.
How many was he?
87.
Dang, they are riding a lot of them tonight. This is a stacked pin of bull riders, though.
I think that's why it's called the Governor's Cup.
I bet this guy stays aboard one.
Let's see here. Obviously Kai Road, Kai Quinn, T Hutch, Bryce, and that's it. So Tristan coming off definitely hurt. Kai's obviously coming back. Kai and Quinn. So like
Got to be 88 or more, and then he can be.
I think Sellers would be on the chopping block right now, if on one head, because Kai and Quinn both will Quinn come off. but
Dang,
he was
that's a
88 and
huge
half.
bull.
That's a large bovine.
That is a large farm animal.
Look at the bats on that thing.
Good bull ride.
Great bull ride.
He
but
kind
I
of
mean,
brought him from downtown that first
I was
jump.
gonna say, like, what are they gonna do with that? Because I mean, that's about as nice and user friendly of a bull as you can get. But he is towards the end. I don't know. I'm not no pro official.
Right there, like a lot of guys are getting jerked down that first jump.
No, for sure. Yeah, they're going to light him up. 89. Guess they just don't want anyone to be 88.
87 and 3/4.
There's two of those. 187 and a half and 287s, I believe.
Attaboy. This PRCA, baby. They were ready on that next bull ride. Didn't get him rode, but he was ready.
That's not nothing.
Shoot procedure on point. You know, let's focus on the positives.
That's not nothing. Boy, I don't know what is about to happen here. I really hope Clayton gets another one, but I think that might have bumped him out
Dang.
on one head.
Was that Jesse Petrie?
Yes.
Have you met this, the Hayden Welsh kid?
Mm-hmm.
I like him. He's funny.
What do you say right there? Who's on the chopping block? You say Sellers? I don't know. Kai's the only one that's rode two. That's gonna ride two.
Golly.
Man, I don't know. He's either one in or one out.
Dang.
Spears and Sellers. Yep. So who does that put on the?
All right, Hayden.
Yeah, in this wild.
Yeah, right. Still on his permit.
It's got plenty of money.
That's wild.
Got a hell of a haircut.
This is going to be, I mean, yeah, this haircut is going to be something I think he looks back on. I'm not going to say, I don't mean he regrets it, but it's just like, oh man, I remember when I had that long hair whenever. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm for it, obviously. Ooh, he is getting over there.
Man, that was
He shuffled his hips and got over.
He's not going
there.
to be as many as he should be, but that was rank.
That bull was not used to someone riding him that long.
No, that was rank.
It's got to be the hair, Dale. Feathered and lethal, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Man, doesn't that suck to put in all that effort?
Could have been a little more than
Could have
that.
been more than 80 for sure.
I mean, he turned back for 6.5 seconds and he was still bucking, but
Yeah, thanks for coming.
yeah. But I don't think that bull is used to somebody riding him that far, you know?
Sure didn't look like it. Boy, what a break for Clayton Sellers, though. I mean, he's the only one in this conversation being 20th. I mean, you got the only other guy above him that's in this deal is Jesse, who's 14th. So, I mean, Clayton gets a big win here, and he's a past champion. I mean, you're talking about he's 114, 15th's 136. So, like, he's got a real chance. If he can come off and pull off the win, like, he's going to be.
How much does this thing pay to win?
25.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I didn't realize he could make that big a jump.
Huh? Oh, yeah. That's why it's such a big deal. Or such a game-changing deal. Like, whereas, like, a couple of years ago, if you're 20th, you probably don't have a prayer at this time of year.
Yeah.
With 1 week left. But if Clayton comes out with the win on this deal, I mean, he's making the NFR. Because, like I said, everybody in front of him, Jace, Tristan, Mason, Luke, all these guys are not in this deal. So, and Jesse's not going to make it back either. So you're talking about going all the way up as far as Quinn, who's 11th.
Yeah.
Who's safe.
Ooh, got a little dance party before
light- Little light show.
we go to the bareback riding. I wonder how long they are going to break in between these two. Do you want some beef jerky or something?
No, I'm all right. I appreciate it though. When are
Is
you
that
going to
just for
come out
Leighton,
with some?
or-
Yeah,
beef
it's just for
jerky?
Leighton.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't offering you. Sorry, Cole.
Sorry, I'm here too. You know.
I see you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Why is there not a Winnebago beef jerky yet?
Margins on beef jerky are tough.
How?
Yeah.
You
I
could
also
have,
have some dates.
dude.
Dude,
Hey, don't
dates are
sleep on
good.
dates.
Dude, dates are good.
And
I
they,
accident-
hey, talk about give you some energy too.
Yeah, I accidentally got the ones that have the seeds still in them. Usually, I mean, it's like
Oh, the Medjool dates.
40 cents more to get the pitted ones, and I should have done that. I just wasn't paying attention at the grocery store.
Yeah, but you want to go all organic.
How impressive are these girls?
Wow.
Is this like the local high school? What are we doing here?
Hey, I'll tell you a treat. I mean, even though it's pretty healthy, it is super high calorie, so you got to watch it. But a date, you kind of splice it open with a knife, and you get you like a little bit of peanut butter, and then melt like a little bit of chocolate. Say like you had some chocolate chips, like put them in a little bowl, put them in the microwave. Either way, you put that shit in between there, close it up, put it in the freezer
Okay.
for a few hours, and you will have like the best.
Are you a
Not-
fat kid at heart?
I could be.
Just never heard anybody break down dates before.
I've
Yeah.
never seen. How
Telling
do
you,
we get
try
the
it.
job of the person on stilts? Like, you're just going to go out there and walk around, put these lights on, just kind of bounce around a little bit.
I'm a professional dancer.
Kara, you're on stilts today. Get out there. Do
Yeah,
your
you-
best work.
You're on stilt duty.
Not again.
And then the one, like, just like, those are not special dance moves.
We totally could have done this.
I could have definitely done that.
This looks like a Winnebago production.
That
right
one
here.
gal's not dancing. She's just waving. Like, you're not really dancing there. You just kind of, hey, get these glowy tarps up in the air.
Yeah. Boy, this will make you miss Bobby Kerr.
No kidding.
Yeah. R.I.P. to the GOAT, to the legend.
I mean, I'm sure these ladies work hard. You know, I'm sure the stilts guy. Maybe that's his thing. Maybe he just always loved stilts. You know, maybe this is his big break.
Yeah.
He's just saying, you know, let's give him a chance.
Yeah. Personally, would much rather see a horse sit down in a car with a dog than this, though. Personally.
Nice.
So we're gonna come back. It's the top 4 in every event coming back.
Correct.
Is that
On two head.
Yep.
A lot of stuff is about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, I kind of know these horses in the 4-man and the bareback riding. So like usually, obviously, it's usually like the best, some of the best ones, right?
Right.
Like just for whatever reason this year, like it was just looking pretty uneven as far as like just having like 1 or 2 in there that were kind of like not going to be a for sure deal, but we're just going to way outshine the other 1 or 2. So this year, I know they just put in like some real even across the board hoppers. Like, I want to say like Sozo, Sankey's, and you probably know that one. Like it's supposed to be like a spur ride contest in a sense. Like it's, if I'm not wrong and they didn't change anything, it's supposed to be just real nice,
Yeah.
1 pin type styled hoppers.
Yeah.
I think they ran into an issue with like, you know, like last year they had like that lunatic heaven in there and all that. And there was, like I said, 1 or 2 were just going to be like way better than the other ones,
Yeah.
which I like. I think that's how it should be. If you can't put a pin of 4 TV pinners in there, you might as well just break it down into some nice hoppers, let everybody have some fun, and let it be more of a spur ride contest than anything.
Yeah. They seem like they've got a lot of different stock contractors at this deal.
I mean, it'd be Birch, Penthouse, Powder River, and Dakota, I believe. And Sankey. And so
Dang.
it's pretty good. But that's what it takes. I mean, to put on,
Dude, I think the
Something like
4-man
this.
is tomorrow.
it does look like that.
The final perf looks like it's tomorrow.
So they're just going to have 4 guys?
I think it's the top 8 coming back.
Oh, maybe it is the top 8.
That's why Clayton is safe.
Yep.
Oh,
Top
it's, oh,
eight.
it's an 8 to a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So tomorrow will be an 8 and a 4.
Yeah.
Which
I forgot.
you can,
I was missing a whole round.
which you can watch on the Cowboy Channel
By
if you
yourself.
have that. We're still alive though. You didn't cut us off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that goes to show I've never been because I had no. I was in my head thinking that it was yesterday, tonight, and then the top 2 would come back to the 4-man, which is clearly not the case. No rodeo does that. So yeah, 8 to a 4 tomorrow. Yeah, you get on a total of 4 head. Wow.
Sweet.
That sounds excining. It
Well-
was a good night of rodeo though.
I'm gonna have
that
to
was,
catch it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn it on during the day. Cool.
Yeah, so
Well, thanks for coming on, man.
no, thanks for having me. Had
that
a
was
blast.
fun to watch.
We'll have to touch back and do the real thing. Do a pod one of these days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll do another podcast, get more into your story,
Yeah, we'll break it all down.
break it all down, and talk about bareback riding and whatnot. Heck yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for as fun rodeo. And if you want to watch the 8-man and the 4-man, check it out tomorrow, 3:00 Eastern time, 2 p.m. Central time, on the Cowboy Channel. I'm Dale Brisby. On to the next one. Check out rodeotime.com. I love you all. Pow, pow.